What is up, everybody? How are you doing today? Welcome to another edition of In the Blender with your host, me, Shake Money, man. And today, man, I am excited to announce this next guest, bro. He is the ambassador to all the channels, Dolphin content creators. He is a legend in these YouTube streets. I am happy to have him on the motherfucking panel, baby. I can't wait to bring him in. But before we do, let's give a few shout outs real quick. Scott Jackson, what's going on? Legendary Chef Jew. Liz, how you doing? Bleezy38, man, much love to Chef Jew. We got Fred Dunlap. What's up? We have Clemente, Care for Life in the motherfucking building. But yo, bro, without further ado, the one, the only. What's going on, Triple OG, Chef Jew?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Good, Shake. Thank you for having me on, man.
Oh, thank you for coming, bro. This has been an honor. By the way, it's such an honor, bro. Look, today I normally don't do this, but I got me on the rocks martini espresso, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
toast just to you, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Glad to see
So
everybody here tonight.
that's what's up. Me too, man.
Yeah,
By the
man.
way, as you know, I'm part of the Fury fam, the Phin-Addict Fury fam, and I'm also part of the Finn's Tailgate. So I gave some of the Finn's Tailgates the this link, and they might be showing up just to say hi to you, bro, because they love you
I,
that much, bro.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that, man. Yeah, man.
It's all love, man. And before we get started, man, let's what do you think about the Germany game and the Black Friday game?
The German game, I'm pissed.
Yeah,
The
go
Germany
ahead.
game, I'm pissed because it's like I'd be looking forward to seeing that game. I was looking forward to seeing Tyreek to get his homecoming and for him to go back to Arrowhead because it's to me it's like that's when everybody really shines and stuff like that. We haven't won that in a while, so for that game not to be for that game to be taken away from us. I mean, when I found out, I was like, man, are you serious right now? Like, I wanted to beat them. I wanted to be up there, but but I understand at the same time the NFL wanted to expand the league internationally. So I understand they're doing everything they can to bring more to the table and things like that. So with that being said, I understand it. I get it. And plus, a lot of people don't realize we have a lot of fans, Dolphin fans in different countries, especially London. Shoot, I'd be surprised when I see many in Mexico. Well, we do have a lot of fans in Mexico. I
Yeah,
remember going to the last time we had I didn't go last year, the year before, I remember going to the the not Fins Tailgate, the fan club weekend. And I
mm-hmm.
remember Stephen D. I was on the show and everything, and then I remember Mexico came out there, and they had a flag. It was a big turnout that year, and I'm looking forward to being at this year's fan club weekend. It's amazing. If you have not been, you're missing out. I met a lot of people like Pamela. Shout out to her. Miss Finns. Shout out to her. Dolfreaky. 305 Sports Babe. The Godfather Mark of North Cal. Like
Mm-hmm.
I give a shout out to them because without them you wouldn't have Chef Juke because of them. They have done so much, and for me to have the opportunity to build relationships with a lot of other Dolphin content creators and seeing people flourish is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
The game that you told me about, the Black Friday, now that game I'm excited about because y'all know how much I don't like the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the crazy story. I'm at my job that I'm at. I got a Jets fan, and he was, talking trash and everything. So when it came to wanting him to get Aaron, I would bother him nearly every other day. Like, what's taking y'all so long to get Aaron Rodgers? I said, I want y'all to sign him because I
Mm-hmm.
want us to finally beat him. And we
Yeah.
never beaten Aaron Rodgers. Since he's been in the league, we have never beaten him.
Actually, we
I'll give
have
you
we
it.
have one win against them. He's
We
three
did?
and one against. Yes, he's 3-1 against Miami.
Hmm. Which game? Which game?
I'll
Which
look that up.
game?
I know he's 3-1, but I'll
Yeah,
look it up now.
because I was like, did we ever beat him? Every time he played him, he always played good. Because I remember it was a game. I believe it was 2013. I believe it was 2013, and I could be wrong. 2013 or 14. I remember we played Aaron Rodgers, and I was sitting at the time of the stadium. Remember sitting in the 400 levels when my first or second year as a season ticket holder. And I remember that last play, that last drive, he was driving the ball downfield, and he was coming towards my end zone where I was sitting
Mm-hmm.
at. So next thing you know, I think it was a tight. I don't know if Jimmy Graham was around there at the time, but I remember seeing the formation because we ended up calling timeout with Philbin. I don't know why, and he called the timeout, and then they come back. I said, "They about to score this play. I have a feeling." And here he comes. Here they come out. Philip Wheeler at the time, the linebacker. You line him up. He goes over. He sees nobody on. I'm like, I'm looking at the place and I say he's going to throw the ball to this guy because Philip Wheeler is not tall enough to stop this guy. As soon as I said it happened, I was so pissed. I walked out the stadium. I was hot because I'm like, dude, we had this game. We could have beat them, and we ended
We
up losing. And
we beat them
I
in
was like,
2010.
2010. Oh, that's the year they went to the Super Bowl.
It was it was 2010. We beat
I
them.
believe they went to the Super Bowl that year.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what
Dang.
year, but I know we beat them
Yeah,
2010.
2010 was I believe 2010 was the year that's when they went to the Super Bowl. I remember.
Yeah, we lost to them in
Wow.
2012. No, 2000.
Hmm.
We lost them 2014, 2018, and 2022.
That was the game 14. Oh
Yeah.
man, I thought we never beat them.
No,
Well,
we got one win at least.
okay, I'm satisfied with that. Thank you for Shake. I didn't even know that. Wow, I
That's
thought we
what's up.
never
Yeah.
beat them, man.
So we'll beat them once at Green Bay and twice as a Jet. We'll make them retire.
And
As a matter of fact.
remember, if some people remember, who went through the same pattern? Let's
Who's
go
that?
back 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Who went through the same pattern?
Brett Favre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I sat there and smiled. Like, why do I feel like it's a 2008 all over again?
Yeah.
But we got more competition now, and which I embrace. I
Mm-hmm.
love the fact that you have Aaron Rodgers there, you have Josh Allen there, and then Mac Jones. He's there. So this division has a lot of competition. So it's
Yeah.
going to be an exciting year. I listen to DD Dub. I listen to everybody. And me and DD Dub agree. We're not afraid of anybody who they bring the schedule because the schedule get ready to come out in a few.
Mm-hmm.
In a few. So
Yeah.
I'm as a homer. I'm sorry. I'm not a diehard homer. I mean, I believe this team.
You and me
I
both,
feel like
bro.
we may going to lose some good games, but I feel like we're going to get deep in the playoffs because we'll get to that question. I know you're probably going to ask me that question later, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah. But before we do, man, one thing you kind of remind me when we spoke on the phone. Me and I spoke. Yeah, we spoke on what you call it. You kind of remind me of Chris Greer, and what I mean by that is I heard how you became a chef. It's kind of like Chris Greer.
Hmm.
You earned that by working your way up the ladder, man. How satisfying is it to now where you started to now be a chef?
Man, I remember like how did I become a chef?
Yeah, because I remember you started from the beginning. Now you're
Man, I
humble
remember.
beginnings. You started from humble beginnings, which
I'm gonna
most
tell you my story. I had started off working my very first job as a cook. I started off working at I believe it was Cracker Barrel, the
yeah.
one in Pembroke Pines. I worked at that one. I started off a dishwasher. I busted my butt every day. Then I told them I wanted to be a prep cook. Went to prep cook, but then when it came to I want to work the line, they didn't give me a shot. So I ended up leaving from there, and then went on to Romano's Macaroni Grill. Like that was still in Pembroke Pines. Right there by that mall, that new mall they put over there. Now it's not there anymore. And I earned that name when I started doing everything they asked me to do. I went from pantry, learning to do that, then went on when a person left. Then one of the floor managers came to me. He was like one of the guys had came into me, like one of the managers, I mean, came to me, how you feel about working pieces, making pieces and stuff. I said, sure. So I went from learning the pantry, the advertising, and things like that, then went on to learning pizzas, and then after that went on learning the grill, then learning saute. So I started learning all these things. And the thing is, I earned the name by chef because of the way I cooked.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize. Some people like, did you ever go to school? Yeah, I went to school of hard knocks.
Hmm.
So I didn't really go to school for it. I wanted to. I remember Le Cordon Bleu wanted me, and because of situations I couldn't go. But I worked my way up and earned that name because people have called me by that because of the way I talk, the way I present myself as a chef, the way I come real and tell people what they can do. I remember I have a young lady that had asked me recently, like she brought me like she brought me something. I'm trying to remember what she brought me. Like a little puree, like some kind of puree. I told her, yeah, a puree, like a strawberry puree. Because at the warehouse I work at, she had asked me, "What could you do with this?" I said, "I
Hmm.
could sit there and reduce that down and make a strawberry mint kind of sauce to put all over ice cream, or make a cheesecake out of it, or make I could use that and make I could make a sauce out of it to put over food." And she
Hmm.
just walked away smiling like, "Okay, I see you know what you're talking about." So I went from Romano's Macaroni Grill, and then I worked my way to PF Chains that I worked in Aventura. Learned how to use the wok.
Hmm.
Got a hang of that. I learned every station. I was supposed to be up for sous chef, but because at the time, the second chef at the time, I remember 3 months I got into it, and I remember him telling me, he pulled me to the side with another sous chef. He was like, "I like the way you work. I like the way how you move fast. You pick up everything, and I want to move you into sous chef. One of these guys because we paid attention to how you work and how you pay attention to the details, and
Hmm.
you get the food out fast." And I was honored, but that didn't happen because he ended up leaving, and then he brought in another chef that used to work there, and he had left because of medical reasons, but he came back. And then he was giving me a hard time, not feeling like I was ready to do the position, but I learned every position. I mean, every station, everything, how to cut the meats, the way they cut the meats, how they cook it, everything. I'm a one sous chef. Uh, had me run the line one night, and then he showed me what to do. And I went in there, start, okay, got it, bum, bum, bum. Just get all the food was going out, looked perfect. Everything was going good. And they applaud me because it's like, dude, you know what you're doing. And I was born to do that, and I was happy to do it, and it was fun to have that experience. And then I went from there and went to working the DoubleTree by MIA, the airport, and then worked my way learning to saute. They were surprised. And I remember this chef, his name is Chef Mike Menus. I believe that's how you say his last name. I remember he taught me even more, and he was an excellent. He's still to this day excellent chef, and I applaud him for a lot because he has showed me and taught me a lot um, in that field because he went to school and everything. And he holds records at the school he used to go. He went to, and I remember this story. I remember I was getting ready to leave because I felt like they didn't appreciate me, and I
Yeah.
remember him telling me one story. He had took his time to talk to me, like pulled me to the side for almost like 2 hours just to talk to me because I was going to leave and go somewhere else.
Hmm.
And one thing I got out the story. I remember he told me he went to school and he broke a record of fastest way to cut a chicken. So the school he was at, he won the competition, but then he had to go up against like I believe a grandmaster chef or something like that. And this gentleman, this man came. He told me the guy came to him. "Oh, so you know how to bone the chicken fast?" He said, "Okay, congrats." Said, "Have you ever you ready to take me on?" He told me, "Yeah, let's go." And then he looked at him. So they was in position. He looked at him like, "Where's your tools?" He said, "These are my tools."
Damn.
This man literally had the record of break deboning chicken with his own hands in the fastest time that he was going up against. And that for him to tell me that was amazing. And then another story he had told me about, it was one day he saw me on the line and I was running it. And I believe the director of operations was right there. And I never knew this until he told me. So what he did was tell me that he said the guy was standing there, he's watching how you take the pasta, you twirl and you look like make it like a mountain, how you got everything look presentable in the plate. And then what he did was he was just like he told this guy said he told the chef he said you're gonna lose this guy. And he looked at him like, what do you mean I'm gonna lose him? He said this guy's too talented for all this. I said look at the way he's plating that plate. He's
Mm-hmm.
passionate about what he's doing. He's passionate about what he's put on that plate. Because the way I cook as if the plate, and I tell this to anybody, I cook as if the plate is my portrait. I think of it as art. The plate is my portrait. The
Mm-hmm.
utensils is my paintbrush. Every food and dish is my paint.
Mm-hmm.
The question is how you're going to paint that and make it like a beautiful picture when you present it to the customer. That's
Hell
how
yeah.
I vision plates, and that's how I vision food, just like that. And I taught myself that, but I remember leaving, went from there, stayed there for a while, and I worked at another gastropub. It was a Peruvian restaurant, and I learned a lot from there. I should have sent you those pictures. I remember making a tomahawk steak. I remember there's executive chef there was told me I make one of the best fried rices he ever had. He showed me how to do it, and he said nobody makes fried rice better than you. And I remember that tomahawk steak was big. Like if y'all never seen a tomahawk steak, I thought that was big. That is big, bigger than
Damn.
a ribeye. That tomahawk was thick. It was. We talking about thick.
Damn.
This how thick the tomahawk. Let me make sure I get my can.
You
It's
gotta
that
have a
thick.
manly appetite for that shit, right?
Yes, and I never had a Kobe beef. That's the most expensive beef in the world.
Well, you see how what they do to it. So
I was surprised. I was like, wow, y'all really love the cow, huh? I was like, wow, okay, y'all crazy, but I ain't never. And to this day, I have not tried it yet.
mhm.
But hopefully one day I get to try it. And I remember making this, and oh yeah, Color always talks about making good cheeseburgers. Oh, trust me, I can make a great cheeseburger that you
Yeah,
ever had. I remember the chef at that time at it's called 320 Gastropub. They're not there. It's in Coral Gables. Used to be there, but it's not there no more. And I remember he showed me how to take a brisket burger, a marinated brisket burger, and put some kimchi, put some manchego cheese, put some aioli sauce with it on fresh brioche bun. Dude, that burger was so good. That was one of the best burgers I ever had, and it
yeah.
was so good, man.
You know what's
And
funny is,
then, yeah,
like for me, one of the best as far as fast food burgers, fast food burger. But
but
I think Wendy's would be would be better than any Burger King or McDonald's. But their bread is I hate their bread.
yeah,
I like the meat on Wendy's, but
hmm
the bread is nasty.
yeah, man. I agree. I mean, shoot, imagine one of these chains decided to put brioche on it. I think they did one time change up their bread. They were trying to a pretzel bun.
Hmm.
I remember
Yeah, I
it
did
was
that.
good. It was good,
Yeah, yeah.
and I learned that. So,
As a matter of fact, you know what's
um,
funny is whenever I used to go to Dairy Queen,
mhm,
I would get their cheeseburger on a brioche bun.
there you go. Nobody, if you have not had a brioche bun, you're missing
That shit
out.
is off the chain,
Especially when
bro.
it's freshly made. Oh
Hmm.
my gosh,
But people usually use brioche bun on for chicken sandwiches for
they
some
got to try
reason.
on the burger. You got to put it on the burger,
Yeah,
and it soaks up all the juice, and that's the best part. It soaks all the juice. I don't let it go anywhere. It soaks it up, and that's what I love about it. And the chef showed me how to at that time at the 320 gastropub. He showed me how to make brioche bread. I got a homeboy. He's went to school. He went to Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, and he helped me along the way too. His name is Chef Jakeem
hmm,
Yarwood. He's an excellent young man, a great teacher. I'm older than him, but he's like a big brother to me in the culinary world, and I keep in contact with him. He showed me a lot how to get a business going. He showed me how to work the prices and everything. So I'm building my business up little by little and everything. So everything is going to turn out good, and I'm happy. And I'm shout out to Cameron 954, and Stephen D, and
yeah, for sure.
everyone that's in the community. I want to give a big shout out to them because I remember going to a game. I think it was a game, and I remember yeah, preseason game, I believe. And Cameron was out there. He said, "Chef, how you feel about selling your cupcakes out here?" Sure. He said, I want to see you get your business, expand your business and everything. And ever since he done that, people come out. Me and him got a good partnership, and he has me out there bringing out the cupcakes and everything. And everyone, I have pictures. I forgot to send it to you. I got Andrevius. I have other customers that stood there, was eating the cupcake, and they loved it. And if you ever guys, if you ever come to a game, I'm just putting it out there. If you come to a game, you will see me out there every game. And this is my 10th season as a season ticket holder. And y'all don't understand. It's been amazing. It's an amazing experience when you go out to those games. It's been
But
many people say, when they go out there,
mhm,
some people don't want to go out there because they feel like, oh, the ticket's too expensive, and oh, I could be home on the couch. You don't understand how I used to be that way until you get out there and you
yeah,
get to see tailgating is a different experience, and being at the game is a different experience. And
meeting people.
yes, and you get to meet a lot of new people. You get to meet people you never thought you'd ever meet. I never thought I was going to ever meet Solo D. Shout out to him. Um, the Solo D, Dolph Freaky. I met Stephen D out there. Shout out to him. Um, I'm an ambassador over his channel as well too.
Yeah, Stephen
And
D.
yeah, Stephen D. Shout out to my boy TD. Love that man.
Yep,
Love
yep.
that man. Shout out to DD Dub. Shout out to Fence Tailgate. Like just everyone. Reason, that's my boy. EM. There's a lot of people I want to just shout out to. Miss Fins, Pamela. Like they welcome me with open arms, and I have to give them the
Me too.
flowers because
Yeah, I
Shape
will
Money, you too. And I ain't gonna forget about you. I ain't gonna forget about you. I just,
check your post, baby. Check your post. You always
I'm
say
always
that.
gonna keep saying that. And shout out to just every Dolphin. I remember how it started off. Like how TD started off, DD Dub. I just remember these guys. How you start, you're doing your thing. Like I'm proud of everybody because we didn't have any YouTube Dolphin content creators. We always like everyone would say like TD and them, and we only get like 30 minutes. And even Stephen D said it. We only get like 30 minutes clips of the Dolphins back in the day, and that was it. Now it expanded into a phenomenon, and it's beautiful that I get to see
Yeah,
now. I get my Dolphins 24/7, and I don't miss episodes. I'm always listening, even if I may miss it that day. I go back while I'm at work, got my ear pod in my ear. I'm listening,
that's
and I
what's
get
up.
my information because I don't, with my busy schedule, I don't get an opportunity to sit down and come on the panels as much as I want to. Now that I have the opportunity like tonight, and I do thank you. Shout out to you, Shea Money, for giving this opportunity. I really appreciate it, man. You
And
know,
by yeah, yeah. By the way, I just one of the reasons I brought up the chef thing is because I want to. We'll get this. I want to talk about this, and then we'll get right into the Dolphins talk. Let's first of all let me shout you out because this is your brand now.
yeah, that's my brand. That's my business. Shout out to my wife, her beautiful, gorgeous, lovely self. She came up with this picture and had somebody designed it and everything. And I waited, and she came up with that logo, the picture, and everything. And when she showed it to me, it was eye popping. It made it beautiful, it lovely, and I'm doing everything I can. I got the business cards with that, that I'm gonna pass out when you see me and everything. I do it all. I cater big events, small events, however you name it, and I will get it done. And you will have great food, authentic, everything made, not that go to the store and buy it. No, I'm giving you fresh, quality food.
So speaking of which, let's talk about this. What is this?
That is my raspberry cheesecake. That's a personal size that I sell. A lot of people love it. Freshly made chantilly cream, freshly made with raspberries on top, and cheesecake. All that stuff is made from scratch.
Okay, how about this one? The next picture.
Now that's an Oreo cheesecake. That's one of my best ones I ever made. Besides another one you're going to show. That was the very first Oreo cheesecake I have ever made. And I went, and that's just the way you see it. That's how I vision food. That's my art. That's my baby right there. Now that right there is a red velvet rum cake. Yeah, And I have
Okay.
so many of those. That is key lime pie, key lime pie with real key limes. That's made from scratch cinnamon buns.
How do you make cinnamon buns from
Oh
scratch?
man, you with the cinnamon buns with those you have to get your yeast, get your flour, get your sugar, get all the basic ingredients. Then you gotta mix it. I mix everything by hand. Challenge myself, mixed it by hand and everything. And then I get my pen, roll it out, and then take the cinnamon sugar, sprinkle it over as I roll it out. Then you roll it up. You start cutting in the slices. After that, while that bacon make it glaze, pour it all over, and there you go. Now that is one of my friends I grew up with. Um, he had asked me to make him a strawberry lemonade cake, and I said okay. And that's strawberry lemonade cake with freeze dried strawberries and lemon zest on top of it, and the freshly made strawberry buttercream.
And last but not least,
Now those are my banana pudding cookies. Those are banana pudding cookies. I can't tell you how I make it, but just know when you eat that, it tastes just like a banana pudding. But
man,
try it
that's what's
cool.
up.
Try it as if you like you eating it from in the refrigerator. Leave them in the refrigerator. And those my cookies when I make them from scratch. I remember I had one young lady. I sold red velvet cookies to, and she was like, you know what's so crazy? I sit here and bought these cookies from you, and I left them alone for 2 weeks. And when I went right back to them, they still taste the same. I said that's the difference between you when you make it fresh and you make it, and then you go into the store. See, I tell people, no, I don't make mine from scratch. You'll see me make it from scratch. I don't go to the store or I'm going to take a box and mix it. And I love challenging myself. You never know how good you are until you challenge yourself and see where you at.
Yeah, man. Hey, by the way, I normally don't say this, but being the Chef Drew, man, make sure you're sharing this in Twitter. Get some more people on here because, man, this I tell you what, man, we rarely get to see you live on camera, and I feel very fortunate to be interviewing you, man. I
I
really do.
appreciate that. I thank you for having me on, man. I'm really blessed. I see a lot of people in the comments.
Yeah, yeah.
I love you all. Thank you for showing up. Show love to the channel. This
Hit
is
the
going
like
to be
button,
a big
please.
thing. It's going to be a
Yeah, yeah.
big thing. I already see it.
Hey, man, listen. This is gonna be season one. Season two is gonna start right after the Super Bowl because once the season starts, because the thing or reason I do this, and I'm glad you're here because I like to I think of this as renewing our vows because a lot of people as of late we're not I don't feel like we're appreciating the Dolphins lately, but you know what I'm saying. I want people to realize why you fell in love with the team, man, because at the end of the day, there are some memories I have for Dolphin games and some of the people that I've met and some of the relationships I've had, win or loss can never be replaced. You know what I'm saying? And all took part because of the Miami Dolphins. And you're me this episode right now couldn't take place if it wasn't for the Miami Dolphins.
Right. And
You know what
shout
I'm
out
saying?
to him, man.
Yeah. So let's ask the $1 million question. Why did you
I'm
become a
ready.
Dolphin fan?
You said why I became a Dolphin fan?
Yeah. I ask everybody this. How did you become a Dolphin fan?
Okay, so my dad, my uncles, I love majority of my grandfather. They're Dolphin fans, and I remember times when I was at my dad's house, they would put on a game, and I would just like a little kid just watch it with them. Even though I didn't understand it, I just watched it. And then as years goes on, it started. I became it because of my home. This is my home. I always represent home all the time. And because I like football and I like the sport and the history of the Miami Dolphins or what they brought, how Don Shula brought this team on the map, the way they became, and the Super Bowls we won, and how legendary this team became with involving from winning the Super Bowl to getting Dan Marino to getting Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, to getting legendary guys that's in the Hall of Fame, Larry Little. Shout out to Richmond Webb, who I got to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him, man. Like he is a tall guy. My gosh, I wish we had a version of him in this generation because that dude blocked it for Dan Marino until his career, and then he did his thing. Just for the love of the game is reason why I became it. And
Yeah.
I love the Dolphins. I love my home. I love my city. That's why I became a Dolphin fan, because of those things. And I'm very passionate about it. And I'm every day I'm at work in my Dolphin gear, and people question me like, you were really a Dolphin fan, huh? Or you just wearing it? No, I'm a diehard fan. And it was like, yeah, because you got the mask, you got your Scully, you always got your sweater on, your jacket. Like, yeah, you could look at a lot of stuff. You'll see Chef Ju has a lot. The flag, the hats. This is one of the hats I had bought, and I like wearing hats. I don't know how many hats I got. A huge collection, and I just love this team. I like it. Like I said, that's what made me become, is just sitting there and watching with my family and understanding the game. And I remember playing sports. I remember street football. Oh my gosh, we played football in the streets. It was on. I didn't care. I played you, and I played. I never played in high school. Even my
Hmm.
dad to this day asks me like, "Why you even play football? You got the body of a linebacker. You should have played ball." At that time, I didn't have confidence to think I was good enough to do anything.
Okay.
Even though I played the sport in the streets, I just didn't feel confident. I had the confidence like I got now. If I could, that's one thing I do regret, is I wish I did took the opportunity when it was presented.
Hmm.
And I would have been a great player. I know I would have been a great player. I would have did everything. I would pull the Eli Manning if I was getting ready to be drafted. I want to, like, send me home. I don't want to go
Hmm.
nowhere else. I want to be home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's what's
that's
up,
what made
bro.
me become a Dolphin fan. That's my family.
That's what's up. Yeah. And so what made you get season tickets? You say you've been a season ticket for holder for 10 years.
Yeah. So 2013, I remember sitting home. I just got home from work, just laying down comfortable, and then I get a phone call, and this person, I don't remember his name at the time. I remember the representative called me. Hi, I'm so and so from Miami Dolphins. Just looking forward. They're just calling to see if you're interested in buying season ticket for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, like sure. Like, yeah. And then he gave me the details and everything and told me what my payment was and what I had to do and everything. They had payment plans. I thought you had to pay the money up front, but
Hmm.
they work with you to make payments little by little for 12 months. And I remember having that picture I sent you, with me taking the picture in that hat. That was the very first picture I took. That's when we before how the stadium looked. That was
This
the
one.
not that one. It
Okay.
was
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's the
I
other
see. I
one.
see.
Yeah, that one. That was my very first picture. I still have that hat and that jersey to this day. Um, I remember being out there. That was when I was in the 400 level, and I remember just being there, excited. Never expected to ever be a season ticket holder after all these years, and went through the highs and lows with the team. I missed only 3 games I ever missed. The two, because I was out of town in Louisiana with my church family, and the other one I made a mistake and fell asleep when Tannehill was lighting up Houston. So that's
Mm.
the only 3 games I believe I have missed since. And I have blessed people with seats, blessed people with my seats, let people go to the game, get the experience of how you know, what I do out there. When I'm out there, I go and play games. I go to activities. Yeah, that was in 2013. That's before they put the roof and everything. That was the pro player. It had so many names: Pro Player, Sun Life, Dolphin Stadium, Pro Player. Like I said, it had so many names. That was the field. It was. That's when. Yeah, that's when they put the new logo and everything. It was beautiful, man. Like, just the
Yeah.
experience to be out there, meeting new people. Because around like 2015, I think 2014 or 15, that's when I started sitting lower and things like that. And just that one call changed my life all the way. And no, not yet, John. I'm working on that. Working on that. They start getting shipped out. I'm doing more research on that. Um, if I could start shipping the cakes and everything out, I'm going to get that taken care of as soon as possible. So hopefully this weekend that I'll be able to go talk to people at UPS. FedEx and things like that to see what we can do for that. Just start getting stuff shipped out there because it's time for this business to really expand, and we're gonna get it working and popping.
Yeah.
Back to that moment. Oh, I have it here. This is one of the seats. This is one of the back seats from the old stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Damn.
hopefully one year I get this signed by a lot of doctors. Hopefully when I go to training camp, I get a lot of guys to sign this seat. And I never thought I would ever have an opportunity to have that. And to just that alone is a piece of history. And that not a lot of people gotten that. And just, you know, I got you. I see you come in today. I got you, boss. Let me know where you at, for I could try to do my best to get out to you, man. I mean, I appreciate the love for everybody. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Thank you for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys.
And by
You
the way,
know,
this was my guest last week, Anthony Pialucci, with a $5 donation, man. It says, Shake, peace to Shake Jew and Chef Drew in the chat. This is always this way Chef described earlier was crazy relatable. Keep it up. Good work, fam. So yeah, he said he could break. Hey, this guy, his name's Anthony Pialucci, man. He was
thank you
he's
for
a
the
good dude.
donation, man.
Yeah. Check out check out the episode last week if you haven't. He's a
Okay,
landscaper. He's a landscaper. He has his own business, and I'm sure he started out just like you, bro. And it's fellow entrepreneurs recognize game. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. You got to is. I don't see it like it's competition. I feel like everybody needs to support one another, no matter
Thank
what.
you, brother, for the $5 super chat. By the way,
Appreciate that.
I memorized his name. I couldn't. I was butchering it all the time, but he's the man,
I
bro.
got you, man. Thank you for the donation, and I appreciate the love, man. Thank you. Um, yeah, we have to all support each other. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. Oh, my product is better. It's like support everybody. You never
Mhm.
know. You could this person who you rivalry going against back and forth. Empanadas, not yet. I've seen people made it. That's another one I'm getting ready to learn. Empanadas. It's so much I'm learning, and I've seen how it's made. So now it's my turn to start making it, and I know how. I've seen it done. I've eaten them. They're so good. I can make that. I believe I can make empanadas. Just all I gotta do is do some research and I'll get it going.
Another $5 donation from Anthony Pialucci. I'm from down the way, and all we did is play football in the streets all day, every day.
Man, you want to hear a crazy story? I'm gonna tell y'all this crazy story.
Go for it.
All right. So I remember I was probably like 12, no, like 12 or 13 years old. And it's a part, it was the YMCA building. And I used to play, it was an open field. This is in not Scott Park, it was in Pork and Beans. Anybody that's know that area,
Yeah,
Liberty
shout out to the
City,
Northwestern, by the way.
my Bulls. That's my alma mater. That's my high school. And Teddy Bridgewater, what I did, I wasn't there when he went to school, so I think I left. Yeah, 2003 is when I left from out of there. So the story. So I remember being around this time. I was like balling, like I was like that was the best day of my life ever playing football. I remember just scoring so many touchdowns, stopping people and everything. Like I was a one man machine out there. And I remember this kid was like 300 pounds, and people would not tackle him. I did like this, like y'all scared to tackle him? If you think he's so bad, you tackle him. All right, say less. Oh, go ahead.
No,
Liz.
yeah, man. By the way, I gotta agree with her. When Burger King does their sourdough burgers, I love getting a Whopper on the sourdough bread. Sourdough fucking is delicious as fuck, bro. I love sourdough bread.
Yes. Oh
But
gosh. Mm.
but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that you got me thinking about food.
But you're saying you're in the in Liberty
So
City.
yeah, so I was playing football. It's an open field. If anybody know where that, it's a YMCA building. I don't know if it's still there because I haven't been over there in a while. It's an open field with apartments and everything. And I remember playing on that field so many games, but that one game to me was just the best. And I remember this kid was 300 pounds. And I knew his brother to this day. I know his brother, and nobody wanted to tackle him. Like, he was big. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
are y'all serious? Y'all scared to tackle him? I said, let's go running. So all of a sudden, they was at the end zone. He was getting ready to run. I told them, y'all move out of the way. I got him. All right, bring him. Brought him. I lift him up off the ground and brought him down. Everybody looked at me like, are you? I'm like, dude, what the? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah. I said, I'd be amazed at my own self when I don't even know my own strength sometimes.
Yeah,
You
damn,
never
that's
know
what's
how
up, bro.
strong you is. And I was young. This is little me at 12, I think 12 or 13 years old, picking up somebody that's with probably like twice my size or twice my size. And I remember just that day, I remember just scoring so much. I remember I was outrunning people, and I remember I was almost to the end zone and somebody tried to stop me. I stopped and went right back and ran again and scored a touchdown to fake them out. So I miss street ball. I miss playing football like that, And nowadays, now I don't see a lot of people playing football nowadays. A lot of people have grown up, and they are now I see young kids doing what I did growing up, and that was one of the best things in my life. That day, just scoring so many touchdowns, and I should have took the opportunity to play football, and I would never know how your life would have turned out.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
What's up, John? Shoot. Come on,
Yeah.
Jake, give me some more questions.
Yeah. So, all right, like I said.
No, what was that? Go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Used to call empanada Spanish Jamaican patties. Oh man, and I ain't gonna forget that one now.
So now,
Oh
like I said,
man,
so your season. So how was it? Like your how all right? How has your been experience from 10 years? Has it have you seen it grow, stay the same, get worse? How was your experience from year 1 to year 10 as a
from
season
year
ticket holder?
one, still to excited. I remember 2013. That's when filming his second season. I remember seeing Tannehill, learning his way. Remember him breaking Dolphin records like back to back, having back to back. First Dolphin player to have back to back seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, throwing over 4,000 yards. I remember Lamar Smith scoring the longest touchdown in Dolphin history, 99 yards. And that's the year he had won. That's the year he had over 1,000 yards. I remember that game. From that time, sorry, that's my mom calling me. I'll call her
So
back.
good.
From that time, I remember seeing Mike Wallace, and at that time, him coming in. I remember seeing Richie Incognito here. I remember just seeing a lot of players come in and out. 2016 to me, still to this day, one of the best seasons I had as a season. My third year as a season ticket holder when Gates came in, changed things around that offensive line. That was to
Mm-hmm.
me to this day one of the best offensive lines we ever had. You talking about Brandon Albert, Jerome Bushrod. We talking about what's his name? Mike Pouncey. We had Laramie Tussle playing guard at the time, and then we had Jawan James at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember that whole team, and that's when Jay Ajayi started lighting it up, just ran
Oh,
like that.
you love that Steelers game, right? Wasn't that
Oh
that was a
man,
good Steelers?
I was at that Steelers game. Got to
Mm-hmm.
see Ben Roethlisberger play. Got to see a lot of guys on that squad, man.
And
Like
you know what's
I
funny
was.
is everybody thought we were gonna get our asses kicked, including myself, because we were like, oh,
Mhm.
1-2 or 0-2, whatever the
I think it
Kansas
was
City had.
what was like 2 or 3 or something like that at that time.
Yeah. We were. I thought, man, we were gonna get our asses kicked, and
Mhm.
boy, man, it was the other way around. Well, let me
Right.
ask you this: I put the elephant in the room now. 2019 season, the
Mm.
tank season.
Mhm.
What motivated you, knowing that they ripped everything down, and you knew we weren't even gonna be. Everybody predicted us to be 0, like the Cleveland Browns.
16.
What motivated you to go to that buy season tickets that year? And did you get a
Patient.
deal? Did you get a deal on that?
Oh
Did
no,
they
I just
lower the
still
prices?
the same thing, still the same process. You know, that year it was heart wrenching. It was painful because I
Hmm.
never seen this team ever done this before. It was not a good feeling to sit there, had to watch. You know, teams you see yourself. You know this team can beat, and they end up losing games. That Washington game, I was so pissed because I'm like, bro, Washington. I'm like, seriously, we lost. I was there. I was so heated because I didn't understand at the time what was really going on because I'm like, I want this team to win and everything.
Hmm.
And you know, sitting there just watching it, it was tough. Just go to those games that year and just seeing everything, and then for us to get 5 wins out of it, that
Hmm.
to me was letting me know, okay, we're going in the right direction. Brian Flores, who I still to this day, I'm still supportive of that young man, of that guy, that
Yeah, me
gentleman.
too, bro.
You know, I still support this young man, support that coach. He's gonna get another NFL job, coaching job. You
He's
never
younger
know.
than me, so I could call him a young man. So
Yeah, I could call him young because he's still look, and he's in good shape too.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, I never got to meet him, and I know his background, his story, where he came from. You know how he lost his mom and everything, and how I seen how big this dude was in Boston College. And from him seeing videos when they told me they hired him, I went and did my background check to check him out, see what kind of coach he was when he was in New England. And then when he came here, he started changing something because I'm a defensive guy, and I started seeing our defense getting better and things. It was just a roller coaster that year in 2019, and then going on to 2020, the seeing tour, you know, and things like that. It was tough to sit back and watch the whole thing, and then to find out the big shocker, he got let go and stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
shout out
Yeah,
to OG Cap for life. That's my dude, man.
Cat for
So
Life knows we're the same age. So if he's younger than me, he's younger than Cat for Life.
that's my boy, man. You know,
Yeah. Oh
shout
shit.
out to Cap,
Hey,
man.
hey. By the way, man, we did a. I don't know if you've seen it, but I did a draft party in Miami, and
I
North
heard that.
Miami with
Yeah.
Batman. And I tell you what, bro, two. All right, I could say that I have a handful of good memories there. Interviewing
Hmm.
Salvan Ahmed is number
Oh
two.
man.
Like I said, interviewing Salvan Ahmed is the number two greatest thing I'm always going to remember. But the first thing is I met Cap for Life. That's the number
Mm.
one thing. I got to see him face to face in the flesh, bro. And I tell you what, brother, you look better on YouTube. No, 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 man, that's my man right there. I love Cap for Life, brother.
Yeah, man. I hope to get to see a lot of people at the games this year. This is oh man, y'all don't understand. I'm sorry that let me go back a little bit.
Yeah,
We
but let me
talking
ask
about
you.
10. Oh, go ahead.
Go no no. Let me ask you. What were some of the greatest? Obviously, we're gonna leave out the last. The greatest memory because I already know what it is. We'll leave that one
Right.
out for last. But
Okay.
Nate, what are some of the greatest memories you have at being a ticket holder?
The memories is getting opportunity to go to training camp to see
Hmm.
the players practice. I remember us, you know, going out there donating blood and things like that. Having opportunities to, you know, go to the stadium and watch the game at the stadium instead of being home. I remember I wish they bring that back where fans would get to come to the stadium where the team is away, and you could come to the stadium, get discount on the stadium food, you know, everything, concession stands, the merchandise and everything. I wish the Dolphins would bring that back because that was one of the best experiences I ever had. To go there to see the game on the big screen, we out there cheering as if we at the game. You know, Miami's Dolphins, and that's another Miami's Dolphins. First, I
Yeah, yeah,
miss
yeah,
those. It just
for
being at the
sure.
stadium was just. I wish they bring that back. Man, I have so many memories, man. It's just oh my gosh, they got to bring that back. I remember going to, they had food drives and everything,
Hmm.
doing that as well. You know, yeah, food drives. I remember going out there so much, working my butt off because it was bigger than football. You know, you never know how many people out here are fighting to get food and everything. And a lot of these food banks, are doing their best to help the families that's unfortunate, and I want to do that 1 year, like do that, not 1 year, but do that, give back to the community, start helping people get back on their feet, do some programs for children and everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it's times when I drive by and I see homeless people asking for money and everything, and it's like some of them just gave up on life, and
Yeah.
it's sad to see someone do that. And I was like, when I get myself out there and start getting things situated with my business, I want to start doing great things like doing scholarships and everything back community, because my dad is big on education. My dad has always been that kind of gentleman.
Yeah.
When you see me, you see my dad. So, and he's a season ticket holder as well too. He hasn't been there longer than I have. I think this year made his third year as a season ticket holder. So, um,
So how does
shout
the
out to my
payment
dad.
plan? How does the payment plan work for those people
The
that
payment
don't know?
plan works is all you got to call the representative and tell them you want to be a season ticket holder. Sometimes they have it at the game too, where you can go and you want to be a season ticket holder. Um, and you just let them know. Then you select your seats, whatever seats they have available. You make the payment. They'll give you. They work with you. You can make your first payment there. And once you do that, you get your tickets. You get when by the time you get to the next game, you already have it on the digital. You have the digital wallets and everything. They send it to your phone. You get your parking pass. You get your game day tickets. They'll email you some great activity that they're having that's going to be coming up. Like they give you discounts on concerts, um, sports, like the Formula One they just had and everything. You get discounts. They might have. Shoot, they need to bring that back too. Movie theater night. They used to have it. They took the grass off the field, and you could park your car in there and watch whatever movie they had on one of the big screens. The Dolphins got to get back to these things that brought people out, and they got to do that.
Yeah, they got four
And
now, bro. They got four
yeah,
screens now.
they got four big giant screens,
Yeah, exactly.
and we got to get Super Bowl back there. They got to do some stuff because they have to get some more Super Bowls out there. And I hope that, oh man, if we get to a Super Bowl this year, I already told my boss, not to change the subject, but I
Yeah, of
told my
course. No,
boss
no.
that
Sorry,
if
sis.
I told him to his face, I said, just to let you know, if the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, I'm not coming to work. I said, I don't care if you have to write me up. That would be the best write up I ever had. I'm not missing it because we waited for so long. And I told people to this day, so I'm going to be on Christopher Greer's behind because this is all on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the GM, so I'm on your case. And I'm going to keep calling them out until you give us what you owe us. You owe us
Yeah,
fans so much, especially the ones that's been buying season tickets, that's been buying merchandise, that's been buying a lot of things according to this organization. This organization owe us so much. And shout out to Stephen
yeah,
Ross because he has invested a lot of money. Yeah, he made a mistake, but forgive and move on. He
yeah,
has done a
exactly.
lot for this organization. And I remember, like I told you, Shake, he when you walk in one piece of the building, when walking in, he said the fans are the most important of the team. And I feel like they fell short of that because I remember
With
me you had that conversation like
my dog
about
Freaky.
about Dog Freaky. Shout out to Dog Freaky, love that young lady, one of my best friends. I remember you had asked me a question about the quote the thing she had posted. Yeah, she said everything in there was so true that you didn't have the fin force out there. When we score a touchdown, they would run back and forth in the field. Yeah, a lot of games activities that need to bring back. For us to have opportunity to win T-shirts, to win gift cards and stuff and things like that. Like the Dolphins got to get back to these things that brought fans out.
Yeah,
Opportunity to win trips to a Super Bowl and stuff like that. Give things recognitions to those who have been purchasing tickets for years
yeah, man.
and
You
been
giving me
there.
goosebumps, bro. You really are, bro. You giving me
Yeah,
goosebumps.
man.
I appreciate
Just
that.
to see all this, I support her and everything she does. And yes, I do have a Facebook. Just type in Chef Jew. You'll see me there. I'm doing my best to try to get
Hey, by the
back
way,
on.
he's a friend of mine on Facebook, so he's on my friends list.
Okay.
Anthony Pialucci.
Yeah, hit
So
me up, Anthony. I'm gonna follow you. Yeah, follow me, man. For you can keep up with the stuff I got going on, because I got a lot of ideas and plans I'm getting ready to start doing this year.
yeah, man, you're one of the good people, man. And but like I said, man, I appreciate because at the end of the day, bro, like I said, what was the payments plans again? I'm sorry if I
The
asked you.
payment plan, it depends on, they're going to divide it up into 12 payments.
Mhm.
So that depends on which seats you're sitting at. I sit in 100 level. So my tickets, I pay for 2 tickets every year. And somebody did question me why I do that. I said, one is because I want to bring somebody with me that has never experienced being at the game. And I want them to see how it is and compared to being home and being at the stadium. And it's so much fun. You get to meet people, meet new people. You get to see other super fans out there. Shout out to my boy Paris Love. He's another a good friend of mine. Shout out to Phin-Addict. He's one of a great friend I have met out there. Um, Big Papa Pump I've met out there. Shout out to him. Solo D. Shout out to him. There's a lot of super fans you've seen out
By the
there.
way, I met Solo D too that night too as well. I have my
Yeah.
picture of him.
Oh,
So
y'all guys don't understand. The night games are beautiful. When you out there, the blackout and everything, you got to get there early. And until oh, they doing it early. Okay, they getting ready to do the release of the schedule. So but the night games
yeah,
are
as a matter
beautiful.
of fact, we'll do. Well, I want to do a live reaction with you if you don't mind.
Okay, I appreciate that. I got plenty of time. I ain't doing nothing right now. I'm good.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, man. Yeah, for sure, man.
So
I'll probably. I have never did a 2 hour show, but if you're down, I'll do a 2 hour show with
I'm
you, bro.
down, dude. I ain't got nothing else going on. I'm
Okay, that's what's up.
loving being on here with everybody. I mean, thank y'all for the much love for coming on and everything. Um, yeah, this season. So the plan is it depends on what seat where you're gonna sit at. And then they divide that amount into 12 payments. So you got from most times they'll start in December and then give you no, not December. I think they started in August to next year's August. That you have that opportunity to make sure you get it because they want to make sure you have it before September. That you have the payments and everything up front and have everything. And they work with you. It's affordable. You know, set up your account. They automatically do auto pay. They automatically take it out. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Or if you're a person that make good money enough to pay it all up front, do it. You know,
Yeah,
you don't realize how much discounts you get. Discount merchandise when you're at the stadium. You get discounts at the concession stands. It's a
yeah.
lot of good benefits as a
I'm
season ticket holder. You
I'm
know,
I'm
you get
I'm
free
I'm gonna do
gifts
that
and
for
all
next
that stuff.
season for sure. Rent a
Yeah,
little
man.
something too. But
Yeah, because anybody trying to get season tickets for last year to this year, you was lucky to get even in because it was a waiting list. And I think they still have a waiting list right now and stuff going
damn,
on. So yeah, it was that big. As soon as Tyree came down here, start we seeing a lot of changes. Man, the sky's the limit, and everything just fell into place.
what you say?
He said, Shake, we were just talking about how cool it is to be at the games and how it needs to be on every fan's bucket list. I agree, Anthony. Yeah, it
Hey,
has to be on your bucket list.
I need you to do me a favor since you could read them. Because what happened was I have the camera here because that way I have the ambiance. Because I'm looking at it on my Facebook, but all the messages are coming faster on there. So if you could
Right.
read the comments for me, bro, I would appreciate it.
I got you. Got
Okay,
you.
that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man.
So all right, so now the 2000 we're talking about the 2019 season. Now we fast forward to the Tyreek Hill season. How was it how was it like to see him? Was it as every bit as good as advertised seeing Tyreek Hill in live in person?
Yes. Yes. He brings a lot of excitement and explosiveness to this organization we have not had in a long time. I
And
remember
before you get
going.
that, I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Let me ask you this, because you were there that day when we were beating the shit out of the Jets. Fuck the
Oh
Jets. Let me
man.
say that right now. I don't
Oh
want to curse
man.
too much, but Bills and the Jets, fuck them both.
Hmm.
Anyway, we were blowing out the Jets, and for 2 series, Mr. Tua Tagovailoa came in the game.
Yep.
Can you explain the atmosphere that night?
That night. Oh man, I remember listening to TD around that time because I listen to everybody when they on. I'm at the stadium. I'm listening to Pam. I
Back to
go
the
from
Future.
channel to channel. Shout out to you, Scott. Yeah, man. Back to the Future. Yes. I listen to it. It's electrifying, man. It's crazy to see this young man the journey he's been on, from the hip injury to becoming our Dolphins quarterback to seeing him here, love, dogma, hilarious. Oh gosh.
Well, go ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead.
No. So the excitement to see Tua. This man never lost to the Jets. If anybody not know,
And
he's
the
never
Patriots
lost to the
never
Patriots. And
before
Jets
they lost
feeling
to the
like they're gonna get their first win against Tua. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what you think, right? Just because
yeah,
y'all got Aaron Rodgers, any given Sunday, you know,
exactly.
um, I feel like we have an opportunity to beat them. Y'all know how much I feel about the Jets. This is my list. I'm not changing. So this is my list. I don't
Okay,
like any team in our division at all. With a
me
passion,
too.
the most main team. This is my list: Jets,
Hold on,
Bills, Patriots. That's
hold
my
on.
list.
By the way, Anthony Pilucci, are you in the? Let me know if you're in the chats, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's my list. Those the who I don't like the most to least who I don't like. Jets. Well, it's always a New York Miami thing. Always,
Hmm.
even when
Yeah,
the Miami Heat and the Knicks, they got the series going on. I never liked the Knicks because they always beat the Heat in the playoffs in the '90s. I could not stand them. I still don't stand them to this day. And the Jets the same way because I remember that like, oh my gosh, I never liked them from that time. Oh my gosh, Mama, I'll call you back. Love you, Mom.
that's what's
Um,
up. We all love moms.
I love Mom. Oh yeah, Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
This Sunday.
I got my mom something, so she's
Okay.
gonna be all right.
Hold on. Before Anthony, I go now. Anthony Pilucci. Anthony Pilucci. I just wanted to show you this real quick.
Oh,
My Brian Cox rookie card.
oh man,
This is it, bro.
that dude
I was he
there.
was on last week. I couldn't find it, but this is it, bro. This is I only have two cards. Brian Cox rookie, and my other card is G Money Glenn Rice.
Oh man, Glenn. Somebody just recently showed one of my coworkers showed me a picture of him when that other guy that was Baby Jordan. He showed me that picture when they was by each other. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, Glenn Rice. Oh man, that dude there was a beast when we had him.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. Hey, but he's the reason why we got Alonzo Mourning.
yep, yep.
So he was
That
part of
was a
the trade
squad,
package.
man. Man, that was a great package. Man, I remember the memories, boy. Sheesh. I say I'm a Heat fan. I'm a diehard Heat fan, diehard Dolphin fan. Shout out to them. Panthers keep. Whew, Panthers get to the. I feel like if they get to the Eastern Conference, that's it. I don't know who's going to take on the Panthers. I mean, they right now. Not to change subjects, but with the Panthers, somebody had asked. Somebody told me like how they getting far because what's the difference between? They asked me a question. What's the difference between last year and this year? They didn't have shooters and they didn't have a true dominant goalie. You know.
Look at
Yep. The more Chef talks, the cooler he gets. Exactly. Cool,
that. That's what's up,
cool.
bro.
Like what's that guy's name? Steven. What's his name? Steven
Stephen D.
Scott. No,
Stephen
Steven
Scott.
Scott.
Oh,
Eh,
cool on the other
Cool.
side,
Oh,
other
the
side of
other
the
side
pool.
of the pool. Man, I
Yeah,
miss
yeah.
that dude, man. I really miss him. I wish he was still here. I miss that dude. Yes, that's right, Adam. Let's go Panthers. They get there. That was the difference between them two. They didn't between last year's team and this year's team. They didn't have shooters because you look at the difference of with the way they were scoring and from last year to this year they scoring more and they picked up from where they left off. And this is said like we haven't been to Stanley Cup since 2006. Not 2006. I mean 1996. That's too long. And now we got a good front office, and they're right now back on pace. Um, I hope they close out the series. They could close out the series. Even the Heat can close out the series. I don't see none of these teams. They could take on the Knicks, and I believe they can do it. It's. I know what they're doing. A lot of people was probably upset because they should have closed it last night, but pay attention to what the Heat does. Heat always does this.
Uh-huh.
If they could close out the series, they're gonna give the other team the game because they want to bring it back home and they're
Well,
gonna close it out. They
that
always
and
do
you know
that.
what? And here's the thing. Let's say they won, right? Guess what? They would have been rusty
Mm-hmm.
for the following game. So I think you know a lot of people say, oh, they're well rested, but they could also get rusty.
Mm-hmm.
The great Colonel
True.
Sanders once said, "A man will rust out faster than he'll wear out."
Exactly. It's true.
So, but anyway,
It's true.
so let's talk more about how did you feel that I remember, shout out to Batman, the homie. He
Oh,
usually
my boy,
listen.
Batman, another ambassador. I'm ambassador on his channel too.
He usually, by the way, Batman. I'm gonna tell you this. He tells me all the time. He listens the day after, which I used to do with Color. I remember when
Yeah.
Color used to be on at late night, late when he used to do late night Color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would listen to his show the next day because I'm in bed by 10. I try to
Mm-hmm.
be in bed 10, 11 o'clock the latest. So I used to even if I was going to bed at 11, I wouldn't listen to it because I like to listen to the whole thing from start to finish.
Same here. Yeah.
So
Same
I
here.
would listen to his show the next morning, especially because I have a long drive to Sebring, which is in the middle of the state, which is an hour and a half. So
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to his show for the next day, so I have something to listen to on that hour and a half. But anyway, Batman listens to your show. Anyway, Batman. Getting back to Batman, the homie.
Yep.
Batman said that that day against that game against Baltimore, when he came in the second half to relieve Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett.
I'm gonna call him Jacoby Brissett. That man ain't no brisket. That's
There you
fucking disrespect.
go.
But anyway, Jacoby Brissett, and he said when he came in the second half, he said the fucking stadium was shaking. What do you?
Oh
Could you
man,
concur?
that's when I was with my. I was that game. I was sitting with my at that time my well I could say my wife. I was sitting there with my wife.
Okay.
That place rocked so loud. You
Mm-hmm.
felt the seats were shaking.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
to see him to go back in there and ball out and beat Baltimore, we have a bad record against Baltimore. A lot of people don't. If a lot of people don't realize that.
I realize that very much. No,
And he went in there. He started lighting them up, start doing everything, and then to see because that game was at night. It was just beautiful to see him come back out there. He brought energy to that team because the way when Jacoby was out there, it was like to me they was moving so slow. They wasn't moving fast. But when Tua went out there, everything just changed. People started catching the ball. Um, what's his name? Mike Gesicki was doing his thing, and
I,
Devontae Parker. Everybody was involved. The defense was playing their game. I'll never forget when Robert Hunt ran trying to pick the ball up and running for the end zone. He got flipped
huh?
over.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh man, I would think that should have been a touchdown. I don't care what anybody say. That that should have. Oh, that's my wife calling. Um,
Go ahead,
you know,
answer the missus,
Adam.
man.
Let's see. You don't have a Dolphins channel. If Shut You ain't the ambassador.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, this is Larry K's channel. Shout out to Larry K. This guy, he's to be honest with you, Larry K is the catalyst of me becoming a Dolphins YouTuber.
That.
He's the one who sparked all this thing that you're seeing this offseason. He sparked it, bro. He lit the fuse and let off this big fucking bomb. He's responsible for it, good or bad. I'm just putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the catalyst that got me moving. That he awoke a fucking beast in me that is not going anywhere. I don't give a fuck who likes it or not. It's not going anywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
shout out to Larry K.
Thank you,
I
Larry
am
K.
the
Shout out, man.
I am the color commentary of this channel. I am his right hand man. So I'm taking liberties and saying you are the ambassador of the Phin-Addict Fury fam. Putting that out there right now. Chef Drew, you there? He froze. Damn. Chef Drew. I shocked him. Am I frozen? Chef Jew, you there? We're in the Matrix right now. Chef Jew. Well, he'll be back. Anyway, we're having some technical difficulties, bro. So hey man, moms come first, bro.
No,
Everything okay?
yeah, everything's good. The wifey wanted me to talk to me. That's all.
That's all good, man. Hey
I,
man.
I, I gotta take the wife call. Wife
No,
comes
no.
first. I'm sorry.
Hey, you ain't getting no complaints from me, bro.
Yeah, man.
If you want to take your call from your mom too, you know, it's all good, man. Hey, listen. One of the reasons I have a Motorola phone, Motorola. Shout out to Motorola.
Shout out.
Because the only reason I keep a Motorola is because I have custom ringtones.
Right.
If I hear a default ringtone, like for instance, I'm sleeping on a Saturday morning and I hear a default ringtone, that means you're not important to me.
Right.
If I hear a custom, like for instance, my girlfriend, her shout out to my beautiful girlfriend Katie, who's put up with me for 10 years.
Dude.
Shout
out to you, Katie.
Shout out, yeah.
Keep that man.
When you hear, hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna let you hear her ringtone.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, she, you know, I mean, like I said, if everybody has, my brother has a special ringtone.
Mom, I gotta get my mom's on.
yeah, man. So that means, like, for instance, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear her ringtone, you know, if I like that way, that makes me get out of bed. Or I'm at work. If I'm at work and I hear her ringtone, you know what I'm saying, or I hit my brother's ringtone, if it's special, if it's like a default ringtone, I'm like, oh, you that means you don't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like I said,
yeah.
Because I don't want to get. I look in the bed. I'm like, ah, oh, damn it, man. It's I could have freaking. This is her ringtone. Damn it! What the hell? Oh, damn it! Hold on, sorry. Let me see something.
My boy Crypto, what's up? I'm just looking in the comment section.
That's what's up, man. Crypto's in the building.
Yeah, Crypto's out here. I see Miss. Yeah, Liz, I love you too. Who else I see? I see Scott. Yeah, I see you guys.
Okay, where is it?
There we go. I can see you guys. I agree, Liz. I'm looking at her last comment.
All right.
Oh man, Brittany Murphy. I remember that young lady. Yeah, it's Clueless. I remember. Yeah, I know you're talking about, Liz. I hope I see you at a game, Liz. I remember you did come to a game. I didn't know how Liz was until she posted a picture on Facebook, and I saw her. I was like, I wish you had came and said hello to me. And she was sitting right across from me. I didn't even know that was her.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I never knew that was Liz sat across from me. Because my section is 132. Like you can see me on TV. Like when they kick the field goal, I'm right there. You can see me. On the, let's see, the logo is in the middle, so it's this side. I'm on the, I believe the right side of the Dolphin. When the Dolphin logo, you see the Dolphins head at, that's where I'm facing at. You'll see me right there. Yeah, 132, section 132, row 20, seats 1 and 2. That's where you'll see me at. That's my section. And freaking the deep end is 129, section 129. That's what the deep end is. Big Papa Pump sits in the same seat every year. And I can see him always across from me on the other side. Shout out to him, man. He's another super fan. Nobody better not ever sit in the seats. Don't sit in the seat. There you go. Dang, shake.
Yeah, whenever I hear
Wow.
that's this is my
Okay.
that's
Oh
my
my
default ringtone.
gosh, man. I
But
miss
yeah,
I miss that show. I miss getting up in the mornings and watch that show. The only time I get to catch it is if I call off from work. That's the only time I get to watch The Price is Right.
yeah, that's my
Wow.
lady's ringtone. She knows it though.
There you go.
But
Shoot, man.
when I'll never forget. I fell I never forget. I fell asleep watching because that ringtone was
Mhm.
from the Naked Gun 2, and I never forget. I fell asleep
Yeah.
watching the Naked Gun 2,
Oh,
and all of a
I love
sudden
that series.
that scene came on, and I fucking jumped out of bed. I'm like, who the fuck? Why is she calling me at 2 in the morning? I'm like, oh, it's the movie. Dude,
Uh-huh.
that shit had my heart racing. I'm like, what the hell is she doing calling me at 2? I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. She's here, and that's the movie.
If they call, pick up the phone.
Oh yeah,
Because you don't want that. You don't want that drama. Pick up the phone as soon as they call. Mm-mm.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Oh
So
man.
we're talking about, all right. So let me ask you this: you were at that Rams game too, his first game, right? How was
Yeah.
that like?
Oh man.
How
That
was the
Rams.
anticipation knowing that was Tua's very first game
You talking
as
about
a rookie?
the Jets game, right?
No, it was the Rams.
It was the Rams' first game. Or you talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
first complete game?
yeah. First
Oh
complete
man,
game. You were there for the
I
Rams
was I
game.
was scared. I was fearing for him. You got
Yeah.
Aaron Donald on that side. Mm-mm. You sheesh. You got Aaron Donald, and then we came out with the victory, and you had Jared Goff and stuff. Oh yeah, we from that game seeing Tua go out there and do the best he can to who with his A-list. Pluto has channels just for game shows 24. Yes, they do. I like Pluto. Thank you, Liz, for reminding me. I need to go. I need to get back on there. I
But
do
but
have
but wait,
Pluto.
but what about how was that game, the first game
That
that you saw him?
that game there, the excitement, the atmosphere, the energy he brought to the team, and it showed you he has the potential to become something great for this organization. And for many people was questioning him and things like that. For somebody that didn't know the playbook very well, someone that puts his body on the line, do everything he can.
Hmm.
To me, he's a leader,
Yeah,
and for him to have this opportunity to represent our team, we have to show support and love for this young man. He's putting himself out there every day to get this team wins because a lot of people have to understand when he's on that field, this team wins. When he's
yeah.
not on the field, this team is not going anywhere.
Hmm.
And this is a true story. I remember being on TD's channel. Reason was on there. Mr. Ball Game. Shout out to those
Yeah, the
guys.
round
That
table. I
round table
remember.
at that time,
Yeah, the
and
panel. It wasn't the
mhm,
round table. It was the panel. The Tuesday
it
night
was the
panels.
panel, Tuesday night panels. And
Yeah.
oh man, I miss those days, boy. Whew.
Hmm.
Every time you see we see that, it's classic. The other day, that cat.
Yeah.
Shoot, it was classic. I remember too. I remember.
Really?
Uh,
You just gonna make yourself at home?
mhm. I remember. I remember that year. I didn't want them to draft to because I was worried about the young man's career. If he takes one hit, the Dolphins are going to be responsible for it. I didn't want them, and because of the history that with Alabama quarterbacks and stuff, they didn't do well in the NFL. Only three has done well. Because I remember EM, I was at the Washington game and I was on TV channel and EM was going back and forth in that channel, and he told me to get my butt in that film room. I said, "Oh, okay." Because I had to answer the question, how many Alabama quarterbacks in there? He never answered the question. I remember he just said, you can get your butt in the film room. So I went over there, did my research,
Hmm.
and I told Eaton, I waited all, since that day, I waited till we
Let me
finally got
see.
on it.
Yeah,
This was like I believe 2019, and I got on that panel because ball game was like, Ian, why subject so eager to get on here with you on there? And TD finally brought me on there, and I had told EM, I did my research and everything. I told said, dude, Alabama quarterback, name me the Alabama quarterback at that time was still in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
AJ McCarron was still in the NFL. He was the only Alabama quarterback in the league, and he was a backup at that time to on the Texans behind Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told him and said, how many Alabama quarterbacks have went to the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
I told I could name three: Bart Starr,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Namath, and Ken Stabler.
Yeah.
Alabama hasn't had a quarterback in the Super Bowl since Ken Stabler. I think that was in the 70s.
Well, to be fair,
When
look at Peyton Manning. Tennessee
yeah,
only had that one quarterback,
mm-hmm.
but yeah,
And
I understand.
well, it was
Understand.
ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to just show him the history of it. And the first thing he said is my like, wow, you was holding on to that for a long time. I say, yeah, because I want to let you know I do watch film, I do keep up with my research.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one
Yeah.
thing I do. And ever since that day, me and EM became great friends. Shout out to EM.
Of
A
course,
lot
EM's
of
the homie.
people, the homie EM, a lot of them don't know EM like the way I know. I know EM. I know TD first before I know EM. I know TD for about 5 years. I know EM for 4 years. So, a lot of people be going back and forth with EM. I'm like, bro, y'all do not know EM the way I know him. You going back and forth with this dude. This dude gonna get his point across whether you like it or not. And he just gonna tell you the realness, and it's good to listen to him because a lot of stuff he says is true, and I'm gonna give this man his flowers because he does back up what he talks about, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people want to go at him and stuff, and then y'all know he called people idiots and stuff, and I'd be like,
Yeah, of course you do.
y'all just don't know EM the way I know because all he's doing is trying to educate people and get people up to date like what's going on because he
Mm-hmm.
does a lot of research and a lot of film work, and he does take the time out to just like I do to do information on the teams and everything. So y'all just you know ease up on EM a little bit. Just
Mm-hmm.
listen to him, hear him out. Same way with Reason. I've seen a lot of people, you know, cause trust me, I watch everything. I hear a lot of stuff. I read a lot of stuff. Like Reason, a lot. I listen to him because he was right on a lot of stuff about
Mm-hmm.
Coach McDaniel coming here. He was right about what he brings to the team, and and Mac McDaniel has brought a lot of energy, a lot of excitement to this team and this organization. And people was questioning him with his play calling and everything. Like, yeah, but he's a rookie. You have to make mistakes to get better, to learn. And I feel this year he's gonna really take off. So Reason knows a lot. Support the man. We all
Yeah, I feel you.
support him. He knows what he's talking about. He does his research. He has sources. Same way a lot of Dolphin content creators have sources. Just hear him out. So same thing with TD. As much as people go talk about him, like y'all, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Just like Shake Money. If somebody talks bad about the Fans tailgate or anybody on Dolphin, I take it personal because you don't know them the way I know them. Because these
Hey,
are
by
my
the way,
brothers, these are my family. Oh, Forrest Gump is Bahama's best.
let me tell you
Is
something.
Bama's best player.
By the way, I tell you
Oh, man.
one of the people who I appreciate the most
Mhm.
since I've been starting the since I've been doing being sitting in this chair where I'm sitting in, one of
Right.
the people I appreciate the most is Scott Jackson.
Yeah, man.
He always shows me love, bro. No matter
Yeah,
what
man.
channel. I'm a big tour supporter. He's not a big tour supporter, but he
Mm.
always shows me love. He rips on me, but
Yeah.
he's funny as hell, bro.
Yes,
He's
he is.
funny as hell,
Same
and I
like
can't.
level 2 noob.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh. I
Scott
love my
Jackson,
boy
I
Noob,
want you
man.
to know, bro, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the fuck out of you, bro. Same thing with
Yeah,
Banana.
man. Yeah, man. Oh, banana. Oh gosh. Hello, what banana said? You no, I know I saw a reason you get back what you put out there. True. He said something else on the hold on. Reason is oh gosh. No, give him banana.
What you
Give him
say?
a chance. He said reading is I ain't gonna say that part.
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah,
said
yeah. I got
bias.
you. I got you. Okay,
Yeah,
listen. At the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, my job as a content creator, I don't focus on anybody else. I'm listen. I'm not trying to be better than Reason. I'm not trying to be better than TD. I'm not trying to be better than Dougley. The only person I want to be better is the me last week.
right.
I'm the only person. I look in the mirror, and the only person I want to be better is the person I was yesterday. That's it.
Exactly.
You
That's
do
it.
that, I think good things will come.
Right. It's not about a competition. It's about supporting one another. You know, we all support the same team. We all support the same organization, and we all saying the same thing. We just saying it in a different way of what we know and we understand it.
Yeah.
Exactly, Clemente. Be better. What is they said? Be better than your yesterday self. Exactly. Always find a way to motivate yourself to be better than what you was. Always look at it as in what can I do today? Then what can I do better today than what I did yesterday?
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
always have that mindset of being positive. Me, I like to be positive. I always tell myself, what can I do to be better to my wife? What can I do to be better to at my job, or what I could be better at cooking and baking and stuff like that? What can I be better at? You never know how that day turns out. I speak into existence how I want the day to become, how I want everybody to be around me, like bring positivity. Because you have people that have a lot of negativity, but when you bring positivity around them and speak positive, things happen better for you when you speak positive. You speak negative, you know, you're gonna get what you get. That's like the saying, you are what you eat. So if you eat negativity, you're gonna be negativity. If you speak
Okay.
positivity, you know, you'll be positive. You gotta have something that motivates you to do more and be better. And you got
Okay.
to have that energy every day.
By the way, I got the schedule. So I
Okay,
want I
let's go.
want you to I want you to week 1, September September 10th at LA Chargers, 425.
Game one.
Yeah.
We're gonna be ready.
Week 2 at New England, 8:20 p.m. Sunday night game.
Defense gonna. Oh yeah, we're gonna win.
Week 3, first home game opener, Denver, 1 o'clock game.
I finally get to see Russell Wilson play.
Week
Um,
4 at Buffalo, 1 o'clock.
at Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
I I'm gonna say an L on that one because I know Buffalo is a tough place to play, but I'm gonna say an L because of the refs. I feel like the refs gonna play a big part in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can start off fresh and start off hot, and we can contain Josh Allen, let him get anywhere, we can win that game. I'm only saying the L because I'm looking at how we're going to be. But if we could come out 2-0, I'll change mine into a W. No, I'm not a Bills fan, so no, I'm not against my team. I'm just being realistic. I'm taking off my home ahead for a moment.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. All right. Week 5, Sunday. Week 1, Sunday, 1 o'clock game versus the Giants.
Win.
Sunday, week 6, Sunday, 1 o'clock versus Carolina.
Oh, win. Win.
Week 7, 8 o'clock, Sunday night game. New England at Philadelphia.
Oh, wait. Say it for us?
Sunday night at Philadelphia, NBC. Sunday night game,
Ooh,
Philadelphia.
that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough game for us to play
Mm-hmm.
because remember, Philly they have a great team. They got Jalen Hurts. Oh, that's going to be a Bama game.
Yeah.
Battle of the Bama quarterback. Yeah, that's going to be a battle of the Bama quarterbacks. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a meaningful game. I want to say win, but that's my homer. But realistically, it's going to be tough because remember Fangio built that help with the defense too. But if he can shut down Jalen and take away whatever they got, that's going to make them good. Shut down the running game, make Jalen beat you. You got it, and then also you got thing that we have problems with getting at the scramble quarterbacks on this defense. So I feel like we could put. I feel like if we go up there, we could pull off a W if we do those things.
Okay, so week 8 versus at New England is coming to us, 1:00 game.
Oh, that's a win. We not losing at home. I'm sorry.
And then of course
Arsenal,
week
New England.
9 in Germany, 9:30 a.m.
Whew. What time? 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
9:30 a.m.
That's on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. November
Ooh,
5th.
I gotta be up early for that game. Mm,
Frankfurt.
I'm gonna leave that open because it's gonna be. I know what I'm thinking. I just don't want to say it loud. With the win or lose, it's gonna be a tough game. I remember, but Anthony got. Oh yeah, he said Bama bench hurts. Don't give him credit. But you gotta think. You gotta give this guy some credit because look what he took Philly last year.
Yep.
He took them to the Super Bowl. So that's not counting. And he got a new deal too. So that's going to be a big motivation for him too. So it's going to. So if Tua stays healthy, my thing if Tua stays healthy, we can go undefeated if he stays healthy and the offensive line protects him. We can do a lot.
By the way, I know next week we're not going to lose the next week because we're on bye.
Oh yeah.
So we're not losing that one.
Nah.
All right, week.
Which week? Which week for bye?
Week 10. We got the week on week 10. Week 10 is the bye.
Yes.
So week 11. Week 11.
That's when we're gonna start a stretch.
It's gonna be home. We're gonna be home in Las Vegas versus Las Vegas. We're gonna be hosting Las Vegas.
And who's gonna be there? Hold on, didn't Jimmy go over there, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah.
When?
And then of course the first Friday in the game. By the way, I'm gonna put this out here. Look, last year, I don't know if you know this, but what do you say?
Hold on, Jake. Anthony, I'm gonna tell you teams I do not like in college football. I don't like Bama. I don't like Ohio State. I don't like Florida State.
Yes, for sure.
Those I don't like. I'm just giving the player the credit. I ain't worried about the school, just the person credit. No, go ahead, Shay. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. We got a $2 super chat. What does the $2 super chat says? By the way, I appreciate for the super chat.
Thank you, Anthony. I said don't give Bama credit for him. I got you.
Yeah, I feel you.
I got you.
But anyway, so week 11, Friday, we have, and then Friday, of course, all right, this is what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, the Jets fans signed a petition to try to stop the MetLife takeover. So what do? They they put the game at the thing. Dude, come on. Everybody, look, I don't care. I love football, but like you said, your wife comes first, your family comes first, then the Dolphins. You're not gonna. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna put the one holiday you get to spend with your family to watch. I'm sorry, you're not to go to New York. So I think they kind of handicapped the Dolphin fans, in my opinion. So they made it where they know the Dolphin fans. Well, luckily there's a lot of Dolphin fans in New York. So
right. So
by the way, Larry K is from New York. Is from Jersey.
Shout out to you, Larry K. Thank you, man. Thank you. Wait a minute. So we can't. So what? They telling us we can't have a takeover at the stadium?
I mean, how are you gonna have a takeover when? How many people from Miami you think are really gonna travel on Thanksgiving, bro?
Exactly. Are you? Wow.
But anyway, then week 13, we're at Washington. Monday night game versus Tennessee Titans. Week 14.
Oh, we got to beat them. We got to get a revenge game. Okay.
Then Sunday versus the Jets, 1:00, week 17.
They coming here or up there?
Yeah. Week 16.
The Jets coming here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Jets. Yeah, the Jets coming here. Week 15, December 17th.
We winning. That's our playoff. We're gonna be on our playoff run.
Sunday, December 24th. Damn, another game that's freaking Christmas Eve, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Dallas. I was gonna go to the Dallas game, but
wait. Say that part again.
this Christmas Eve, it's Dallas is coming to Miami.
On Christmas Eve. So wait. But I thought they always play Christmas Day, don't they?
No, Christmas Eve. No, that's you thinking Thanksgiving.
No. Oh yeah, I'm thinking Thanksgiving. Sorry. Oh, Christmas Eve, we get to play Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Then
Oh,
New Year's, which a game. Damn, I was gonna go to the Baltimore game. Now I can't go to that shit.
when that game is?
December 31st, Sunday.
So you better
New
put
Year's
your
Eve.
big boy pants on. You already have a bad record in December. Mm-mm.
And then finally Buffalo is to be determined. So
When
right now, Miami Dolphins are sitting on. I'm counting right now. This is 4:00. 1, 2. I would say 2. About 4 night games. So hey, we got some respect. 4 or 5 night games.
So how many primetime games that is? So we got 4 primetime games?
All right, let's keep count for me. All right,
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, New England is 1.
Okay.
New England, God damn it! Come on, you son of a bitch! I hate when they do pop ups. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's annoying.
All right, here we go. Patriots, Eagles. I would say the Chiefs is a prime time because
That's a
whatever.
primetime game.
Because it's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Titans. So about 4 games. Four games.
Okay. We got any Thursday night games?
No Thursday night games. Damn,
What?
that sucks, man. That sucks,
Wait a
man.
minute. Every team gets a Thursday night game. What?
Nope.
That's crazy. We don't get a Thursday night game. That's first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey. I say it's a big favor. Hey,
We got 2 Sunday. We got 2 Sunday night games. So who cares?
I take that. Shoot, instead of doing a Thursday night game, I take that. At least they get that's good. That's to me, it's a good schedule. A lot of people say it's a tough schedule, but if for us not to have a Thursday night game, hey, I take that.
So,
I take that.
So Jalen Waddle. So we're talking about Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill in person. How was that? By the way, how was watching the zero blitz defense like in person?
Oh man, zero blitz defense that year. Oh gosh,
Especially
just
against
to see
that number we did on Jeff Goff.
Yeah. Oh man, just to see them getting after him. You don't know who was going to come down and get you. You had Jalen. Oh, you okay?
Sorry, wrong hole.
You
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm
you
good.
Okay. No, hold on, finish.
What are you saying?
Are you good now?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, I want to make sure you're good now. To see, because you didn't know who was coming out of nowhere. You had Jalen Phillips, you had Javon Holland. You didn't know who was coming at you. You had Ogba. You didn't know. And that cover zero, I enjoyed it. I like it because it was the scheme disguising which player could get after the quarterback, who can be a distraction and cause interceptions and things like that. That to me, when they introduced it, it was unstoppable. And then I think the team that really had beat it was I believe it was the Tennessee Titans. That's the game we had lost that year. And a lot of people was just, getting on tour because we lost it. But remember, Tennessee figured people out. A lot of people have to understand if they played against Tua, like they're gonna figure you out after a while, and take away what you guys do well. So, salute to you, Shake Money. Yeah, Scott. Salute to
Appreciate
him,
you,
man.
brother.
So, but that to me, I enjoy that coach. I believe that, what's their name? He's gonna take that with him to Minneapolis, to Minnesota, and they're gonna be doing some things with that.
So All right, let's. So we saw Tyreek Hill. You saw Jalen Waddle, and the speed was unreal, right?
Oh
In
man,
person.
yes, it was beautiful. I mean, just the tone was set when we saw Tua and Tyreek on the field in the preseason game. I would believe it was against Philadelphia, and to see Tyreek go up twice for Tua to throw 65-yard, and I forgot what the other one was, 70 or something like that yard. And for the see Tyreek come back and grab it, he brought so much energy into that stadium, that game.
Mhm.
It felt so good because we haven't had that excitement in years. And for him to be here, for us to see Chris Greer bring him here, it set the tone of what we're gonna do in the future. And I don't want this season and next season be failures. I don't want it where we no shot to Buffalo, but I'm just saying I want us to go down that path where you have this team built, ready to go for a Super Bowl run, and you got everything lined up for you to get there, and then you fall short because of mistakes you cause yourself. And
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
you.
want us to go down there. Me and people say it's a 2-year window. I say it's a 3-year window because you have opportunities to keep building on the future. And for us to have that opportunity to see these two gentlemen bring excitement to the field, the only thing with Jalen with Waddle is that he has to learn to catch with his hands, stop catching with your body all the time. And he has to stop. To me, he has to stop jumping in the air so much because I told friends like if he keeps doing this, somebody could just come and take his knees out
Yeah, I feel you.
unexpectedly, or he'll fall, or he'll come down wrong on his leg, and I don't want that to happen for him. So, just to see these two, they're gonna have another 1,000-yard years, and I do see Burrow. I thought that dude was never gonna come here. Braxton Berrios, I thought he was never gonna come here, and to
Yeah.
see him come back here representing the U,
Hmm.
who's gonna stop this? Think about who's gonna stop this offense.
Yeah, you
You got
feel
too
me,
much
bro. I feel
speed
you.
on this team. You got too
Hmm.
much going
Um.
on so you can't focus on one player. You got so many guys. You got Jalen Waddle, you got Tyreek Hill, you got Cedric Wilson, no relations. Uh
Mhm.
Cedric Wilson, you got Eric because
Ezukama.
dude, Easy E, that
Hmm.
game when him that same game when him and Skyler got together, this dude was catching the ball no matter what. Double
Yeah.
team, single hand. He got it. Now I believe now he's gelled into the playbook. You gotta let him play because
So
he got great hands. I seen the game film on this young man. This guy's gonna be with this team for a long time. All I can say is Easy E, absorb it. When these guys get ready to leave, your time gonna shine, and
hell
you're
yeah.
gonna do your thing, dude. And he's gonna be great for this organization. And I just want us to win the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate goal right now. This team is built right now to go for a deep run in the playoffs. I understand with the first pick this year, I question it too. With Cam Smith, I'm like, why would you go get that? We need to get an offensive line. We want to make sure this line is straight
Hmm.
for Tua. But I understand why he did it because last year we did have a lot of injuries going on with the secondary. So I understand why he did it. So it makes more sense. Even Reason touched on it, I believe yesterday or the day before. He touched up on it of why we did do it. So it makes sense
Hmm.
why we did that. And then we get this running back. I know this A Chain, dude. I remember when the Canes was playing Texas A&M, and this dude was lighting us up. He was not easy to bring down, and for him to come, they call him the human pinball because every time you try to tackle him, he would bounce off of.
Damn,
He
that's what's up.
embraces the impact, and that's the type of running back. That was like a version of Ricky Williams, the same version like Barry Sanders when he was playing. Like this team right now is built for a Super Bowl, a championship team right now. And for us to finally get a running back that's going to be our running back for years to come, along with what's his name, Jeff Wilson, along with Raheem Mostert. Um, what can you say? And then if that deal does go through with Dalvin Cook, oh, I'm sorry, we ready. It's gonna be tough. You gotta check your post, man. Check your post because it's going to be electric this season again. And I
Hmm.
call this offense the Legion of Zoom.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I call them.
All
And I
right.
want to get that. I'm gonna get a sign that's gonna, show it when I go to the game. I'm gonna get a big sign and put their pictures on it. This is the Legion of Zoom, and these it's gonna be too much speed. Who can you like I said? Who's gonna stop this offense? You trying to double team Jalen Waddle, or you try to double team Tyreek? You leaving two guys open that gonna get the ball regardless. You got you could do a wheel route with A Chain or Mostert or Jeff Wilson. You still who can you stop? It's too much speed on this team for you to even stop. And then if Tua stays healthy, like I said, if Tua stays healthy, makes better reads, throw the ball away, learn how to slide, and not do too much. And this team is too unbeatable. You can't beat this team if they're on fire, and it's going to be tough to beat them. Some teams figure it out. If you take away the middle away from this team, you can beat them. Coach is going to find ways that you're going to get around. Fangio going to turn his defense into a monster. We haven't had a monster of a defense. I'm going to tell you right now, we haven't had a monster of a defense since the early 2000s. I remember that whole team. We talking about Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Marlon Greenwood, Wally Gunlier, Sammy Knight, Brock Marion, Patrick Sertan, Sam Madison, Tim Bowens, Randy Starks. Like that defense alone was dominant.
Yeah.
We haven't had that in years. And to see where this defense is, dude, that's like 20 years from now. Think about it. I just thought about it just now. That's 20 years from now, from that year, 2003 to now. Dude, that defense was dominant. And we're back to it. And now we got a quarterback and you got an offense that can run.
Mm-hmm.
If Tua stays healthy, like I said, if he stays healthy, we'll be fine. And I'm gonna keep saying this. The offensive line is the key part of the success of this team. We got to that offensive line has to be on point. If they don't keep Tua upright, we're gonna have problems, and we can't afford to have that. Especially we right now built for a championship. We can take on these teams. We're ready for Aaron Rodgers. We're ready for Josh Allen. We're ready for Macaroni Jones. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, yeah. Mac and cheese.
We ready for these guys,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like on the Jets. Oh, they finally got Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, Brett Favre had the same thing, but what did he do?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's why I said in 2008. It takes me back to 2008. We took there. It's the same thing. I just thought about it. Chad Pennington came from the Jets. Mike White came from the Jets. So it's like history repeating itself
By
over
the way,
again.
whose jersey are you wearing? By the way, is that your Chef
Oh, this is
Juice
my
jersey?
jersey. This is the
Juice?
jersey that the Dolphins gave me that day for our wedding. This is what they gave us last year for
Okay,
the wedding.
because
Um,
it was on the second 22nd.
yeah, it was the Browns game, November 13th. The Browns game. That's the game we won. All right, Anthony said, as long as we don't pass on every play, we should be all right with the line we have. I agree. Um, to piggyback on what Anthony said, I agree. We have to run the ball. We
Mm-hmm.
have to run the ball. And according to Raheem Mostert, Coach McDaniel apologized to him, and he said, he apologized for not you running the ball more, and he's gonna give him his word. They're gonna run the ball more, and as soon as the whole open, take it,
Yeah.
run. Take the opportunity. Offensive line, start doing some let the guard roll out. If you're gonna run to the left or whatever. Also another thing somebody had, and he may be a Bills fan, and I respect him to the fullest. A lot of people don't want to listen to him, but he knows some stuff too. Mark K.
Mm-hmm.
He said the way to beat the Buffalo, you have to do jet sweeps. We have the speed to beat these teams. Use jet sweeps to get the ball rolling. You do those, you can throw these teams off. And even in Chewy, I wouldn't be surprised to bring back the Wildcat out of the blue. I
All
wouldn't
right.
be surprised if that happens. Oh my gosh, there's so many things this team can do and accomplish with this roster, and I'm excited. to see what's getting ready to happen this year. I'm excited to go back to training camp. Hopefully, I get to see. I'm gonna try to hit up Batman because I want this to get signed by every player. I really want it. I really want to see
Mhm.
this get signed and have the opportunity to hopefully one year I get to see meet coach one year, to meet the players one year, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there at the games. You guys don't understand. East 30, shout out to East 32, shout out to East 12, shout out to West 12. I believe it's West 12 too. That's Papa Pump's tailgate over that side. Shout out to them. Y'all don't understand. These tailgates are so amazing. I got to meet Color. Shout out to Color. I met Ali the Persian. Shout out to him. It's a lot of people I thought I would never meet. Andrevius, I got to meet him.
I met
Shout
him.
out to
Yeah, I met him at the draft party.
yeah. Shout out to Andrevius is funny. Y'all
Yeah,
don't know
he's
him.
a good dude.
And I call him Sponjo, but his name is Vonjo. I got to meet him.
Hmm.
It's a lot of people I got to meet. I got to meet Big Philly. Shout out to Big Philly.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to
Shout out
meet
to Philly.
him. I got a lot of people I got to meet, and it was just amazing to be at the tailgates. You never know who's going to be out there, and you never know who's going to show you love, support. Batman, shout out to Batman. Um, showing me love. A lot of people have showed me love. So Miss Finn's, a lot of love from a lot of people. Shout out to Dolphriki, Paris Love. A lot of them. I'm giving shout outs because they
Hmm.
embrace me with open arms and they have,
For
I've
sure.
been around for a long time, but for me to finally get to meet them,
Hmm.
it's a blessing to build relationships. Because when I was my first few years, I didn't know anybody. As a season ticket, I never met a lot of people. I didn't build relationships. I got to know Papa Pump. When I see him, me and him cool. Every time I see him, we chop it up from time to time. You know, um, Finn Hall, my boy Brandon. I'm gonna shout out him because he was. I remember when they did the opening last year of training camp. He was on the cover. He was on a copy of the Miami Herald, and they
That's what's
had
up.
him when he went in the gate, and they had a picture of him holding the phone up when he first went into the training camp and everything. So that's my boy. A lot of people I have met, man. I could go out to the tailgates. A lot of people know me. I'm happy. We had a wedding out there last year. It was just beautiful, man.
Before
I'm
we get to the
blessed.
wedding, before we
Yeah.
get to that wedding, give me your
Mhm.
five moments as a season ticket holder.
My 5
Um,
moments as a season ticket holder.
your five top moments of as your season
My
ticket holder.
moment, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start from the bottom. Number 5 was when what's his name? Artemis, what they called him? Artemis Grimes or something like that. I remember when he was out there.
Ultimate,
That was
yeah. You talking about the Detroit
yeah,
Lions game with that one-handed interception?
yeah. That was one of my best moments. I know it's up in Detroit, but I that was one of my best moments. Number 4 is when we did the which game we beat New England, not the Miami Miracle when we beat New England. Uh, Number 3, which is my favorite number. I
Hmm.
remember us. Um, oh man, so many memories. Tannehill lighting up Houston.
Hmm.
Number 2 is no, yeah, number 2. I would say the Miami Miracle. There, I'm gonna tell y'all a story after that. And my number 1 was when Cam Wake. I remember that night, Halloween night, when Cam Wake sacked Andy Dalton in the end zone to win the game. That's my number 1 because Cam Wake is one of my favorite players. That's to me is number 1. Let's go back to number 2. I never told anybody the story really as much. I mean,
Hmm.
forgive me, I told a couple people, but this story I remember telling a friend. I had a young lady with me at that game, the Miami Miracle, and I remember it was our turn to turn to run it. And I looked at the play clock. It was 7 minutes. I mean, it's 7 seconds. Sorry, 7 seconds on the clock. And I'm just looking at it, and I know what
Hmm.
7 means: perfection.
Hmm.
So I'm just standing there smiling, looking like something special about to happen. And I know it. And I'm just smiling with my hands in my pocket, rocking side to side. I didn't even tell my friend yet. I haven't even told her.
Hmm.
And I'm just looking at the clock. So I'm standing like this, just watching it play out. to see Tannehill throw it to Kenny Stills. Then he threw it to Parker. Then you gave it to Drake. Drake was trying to find somebody to throw it to, and he just went in and did the rest.
Yeah.
And just for that moment, that my miracle game, just to be there in person and actually and to see it happen, I just did it like this. Like it was just to be there live. It was beautiful just to see. And I'm good. And sometimes I'm good at predicting stuff, but that prediction was it came to fruition when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful, man. Like
yeah, I feel you.
Beautiful. That's why, and I love the Camry one because I went with my uncle. The reason why that's number one because I went with my uncle. And I remember that game. I was so upset. We should have been won that game if Brent Grimes had run in the end zone and he got tired and dropped the ball before he got the end zone. And then I remember what's his name? Giovanni Bernard ran it back.
Damn.
I was so pissed. I'm like, bro, you ain't even scored a touchdown. Like, why are you dropping the ball? You ain't even get an end zone. And then you made it run back. But I really give so much respect to Cam Wakezilla for saving us on that game. I remember that. We won by 122 to 21. I remember that game.
Remember we had Wakezilla with Cam Earthquake and Tsunami.
No, Tsunami. That was what year that was? Was it 2013?
And Tsunami. You remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh
that
man.
That double sack that they did.
Oh yeah. On what's that kid?
Jets quarterback. It was a Jets quarterback.
Dang, I know you're talking about. I don't remember his name right now. And they flipped this behind. I remember that. Shoot, I just wish if we had an opportunity to bring Sue back. I don't even care if he ain't even on the field, just to bring Sue back. That's when I was at training camp. That was when I was at training camp. I'm always dressed in Dolphin gear, you know. That picture there. Oh yeah.
Okay, here's the main event, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Of the episode, the meat and the potatoes, the tomahawk steak, if you will, of this episode is this right here. How did this come about?
That came about with Dolph Freaky, the 2002 fan of the year. Shout out to her. I love her so much. Really.
Yeah, 22. Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah, that was in November 13th.
She's got
Good.
Knock on wood for me, bro. If everything goes well, she is going to be on next week, and I will bring this up to her. So
I will not miss that episode. I will be here. And
as a matter of fact, you know what? I'll just like I did the courtesy for the Fins tailgate. I gave them the link. They haven't used it yet, but I'm gonna do the same thing to you. I'm gonna send you the link on Messenger so you could come up for a minute or two, and just to thank her or say hi to her or whatever.
I appreciate that. Right.
But go ahead. So how did it come about?
So I was at work and I was like, because I remember seeing a couple had got married out there, and because the Dolph Freaky put it together and everything. So from that time, I was trying to set something up. Cutler, shout out to my OG Cutler, man.
And by the way, Cutler, I put a link in our group text. So if you want to come up to say hi,
come on up, man.
You have carte blanche to come up, Cutler. So go ahead. But go ahead. Speaking of which,
go ahead. Cutler.
What's up, guys? Chef Jew, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, I passed out earlier and just woke up, man. I wasn't gonna miss your visit for the world, bro.
Nah, man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much,
man. Yeah, man, I love having you around. Glad you. I mean, we just absolutely love support from people like you especially. But you know the way you roll around these streets and intermingle with all the different communities and support everybody. You are a model of how individuals should be, not just a fan. An individual in this society should model themselves after a person like you, bro. I appreciate you coming by, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love, man. You know, I'm gonna represent this.
Hang out if you want to, Cutler.
Yeah, Cutler, stay on, man.
Yeah, like I said, I was hurting earlier and fell asleep, but I'm here. I'm here for the. I'm in it to win it now.
Oh, my boy.
Dubertron, what's going on?
Hold on, I gotta read this one. Hold on.
Drew.
Evening, fellas. God bless y'all. Hope y'all doing well. Deltron, I haven't seen you in a long time, man. That's a blessing. Oh,
No,
Amicus. Oh,
absolutely.
God. Oh no, yeah. Oh, Amicus. Amicus. Make sure you at the Bills game down here.
Make sure
I
you,
want to meet
yeah,
you. I want you
damn
down
right.
here. Just like I'm in my gear, I want you in your Bills gear too.
That's what's
That's
up.
my invitation to Amicus. I
All
want
right.
him down. Come down here, man. Make a way to come down here before we can meet up, man.
Oh man. By the way, man,
Yeah,
I owe a lot to my man Color Commentary. But
yeah,
go ahead.
man.
Tell me. So
Oh,
how
so
did
the
this
wedding.
wedding come about? Yeah.
So So I reached out. I was at work and I reached out to Dolphin and told her, Dolphin, I have an idea. I want to do a Dolphins wedding. And she was like, "Cool, I'm down." You know how Dolphin is, the energetic, positivity she always brings. And me and her just been we talked back and forth. She um wanted me to give her a idea of how she wanted everything, how I wanted, and everything. And she put it together. Uh, I didn't know how she was going to do it. She put it together with the bouquet and everything, and who I wanted as the bridemaid, who I wanted as the groomsmen and stuff. And she put everything together. When we got out there, by the time we got out there, I was bringing my cupcakes. I was in my suit. You know, I had change of clothes. My wife, she was there. She looked good in her dress and everything, looking so gorgeous and beautiful as always.
Of course.
Um, so people just congratulating us and everything, and we just when we got there, you know, we was getting ourselves together, getting ready. You know, people was congratulating us, and everybody was coming together. And you know, my girl DJ Dosey, shout out to her. She was DJing out there, and then I got the video. I haven't. If y'all did, you can watch the video on Stephen D's Clock Blockers channel. Shout out to him. The Clock Blockers. He broadcasted the whole wedding. Batman, shout out to him. He helped do that. Uh, what's his name? Stephen D. helped officiate. He was a co-officiating with my another super fan, Dolphin fan, diehard fan, Miss Karen. Love her so much.
Hmm.
And everything went. Everything was beautiful setting up. Darfreaky, all that is made by Darfreaky. She set everything up. The runway, the 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 arch, everything that was over there. She put that together. Um, and after that, all I know is it was getting. I didn't know it was getting televised. It got on. What's that show called? Channel 7 had it. They had interviewed me and everything. I didn't know they was actually doing that.
Wow, that's
That
cool.
came
So
along.
we didn't get that up here in Palm Beach
No,
County. I didn't get to see that local
I got
news.
the
That's
video.
cool.
I had the video. I had the clip. Somebody sent me the clip of it, and I got the video. Oh, I was searching so much when I woke up. Oh, they saw you on TV. I'm like, what?
You say that was
So
WSVN Channel 7?
yeah, that was Channel
All right.
7. Josh what's his name? Josh Mose. Him, me and him, good friends. I follow him on Facebook, and me and him talk from time to time. He's a good friend of mine. He shouted me out. They showed me the clip. He shouted me out on Lexus Sports Extra, which I loved it when Steve Shapiro was on there.
Hmm.
I still enjoy that show. I remember that guy. Then next thing you know, her sister called her, telling her they had Channel 6 had it too. I'm like, oh my gosh, Darfreaky, I love you. Like you really went out. And I
That's
know she had
awesome.
all this got posted up. And then the article came out on the news, like it was a big thing because they were saying that if anytime the Dolphins win, every time a wedding happens out there, the Dolphins win, and it's true because we beat the Browns. That game, we beat the Browns, and that's when Jacoby came back here, and we played against him. We gave him the business, and we beat the Browns and stuff like that. So that's what, yeah, that was before. Wait, Odell wasn't even around at the time. So,
Hmm.
Right on.
um,
By the
and
way,
So
like I
so
told
what are
you,
you about? What are you about 9 months in already?
mhm.
And have you figured out why your parents did that yet? Got married yet?
hey,
No, we
by,
we
hey,
we we did that. Um, we did that because because we're doing another one, but this one is for close personal friends and family
I
that
got
we're
you.
doing.
Right on, right on.
So we're doing. So this one was for because I wanted to invite everybody, but I said let me do this here for those who couldn't. I couldn't invite all. I know so many people out there at
Yeah, I
the
feel you.
Dolphin games because it was so much, and I was like, we can't do it all in one. So let me split it in two. Let's get married here. and then we're going to do the private one for the family and close friends. And that one they're looking for. I got that. It's next month, to be honest with you. 2 days after my birthday, which is June 22nd. That's my birthday. And and I'll be off Thursday too. Oh yeah. So
And
I don't know what I'm going. Yeah, go ahead.
shout out to my lady Katie. I told her. See, I gotta ask you this, but before you do, I do. Shout out to my lady Katie. We've been together for 10 years, so we're she knows we're not gonna. I'm not into that legal marriage. I think we're common law married anyway. So who gives a fuck? If I do get married, and it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. I want you to be serious. I want you to see my face. I'm not joking. If we do get married, you know how they have Star Trek themes and stuff like that. I want a shotgun theme wedding.
Oh man.
I want even if it's not her father, I want to be dressed in overalls and she'll be like whatever hillbilly
I got you.
wedding dress, whatever. And then the guy who's playing her father has a shotgun. Of course, it's not has real ammo, whatever. And and he goes, and do you take this woman to be your lawful lady wife? Right before I say I do, he goes, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I do. No, but how did you talk her into this? Because I don't think I could talk her into getting married at my girlfriend to get married
at the game. I told her, she know how much I love this team. She knows I'm a diehard fan, and she went along with it because she will do a lot. She will work the earth for me. She'll do a whole bunch of stuff for me. And for me to just talk to her and tell her, babe, I want us to go ahead and do this at a wedding, because I can't invite everybody. So let's just do this here, get married here, and then we're going to do another one for the family. And she said she was good with the idea. She loved it. Darfriki posted it. She had made the flyer and everything. We took pictures with the gear I have on. I had my other customized jersey. Color, you seen it, the number 3 that I always have on. I had that on, and Darfriki posted it and everything. And she went along with it. She went all the way out with it. She was happy. We was both looking at each other. We love each other to the dearest. I love this woman so much.
By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Justin. He works at one of the
accounts. Oh, sorry, Justin.
He works at one of the accounts.
Yeah, man.
By the way, he's a Lions fan, but you know what? This dude is here. He's the man. I love every time I go to the account and I see him there, bro. I'm elated to see this dude there.
Yeah, man.
He's a good dude.
Shout out to you, Justin. Respect to the Lions. Respect to the Lions. I'm telling you, I'm gonna take a moment.
I wish we would hire Dan Campbell instead of Adam Gase. To be honest with you.
Oh man, Dan Campbell was they should have kept him. I don't know why they. That's when when he coached his first game, he let Tannehill do his thing. That was the Houston game, and we lit it up. And Tannehill, I know he set a record for throwing the most 50-yard touchdowns and stuff like that in the game. And then come to me, they should have gave him same way they should have gave what's that other coach?
Sperano?
No.
Oh no, Jim Bates.
Todd Bowles.
Bowles should have had an opportunity.
Jim Bates too. Jim Bates was
Jim Bates.
I like Jim Bates.
We had so many coaches, and look how they turned out. Bowles is still coaching in the NFL. Look how he turned out.
As a matter of fact, Jim Bates was the defensive coordinator when Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, doesn't it seem, Chef, even with coaches, like we're a big farm system for the whole league, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. It was just crazy, man. Like, to see Dan Campbell, to see where he's at now and what he's doing with this Lions team. I'm going to give Lions their flowers because I supported them. I support the Lions. I support every other team except the teams out of the division. Y'all know that. In the NFL, win or lose, I still give them the respect, except the ones in our division. So, he's doing a good job with that team. When we played against them last year, you see how they scored 21 points on us. That to me set the tone. Like, this team is going to be so good with him. The only thing they need is a quarterback that's going to get them to where they need to be.
And a defense that don't allow teams like us to come back.
Exactly. And exactly. And they got a good, I'm telling you, they got a great squad over there. And they're gonna be roaring a lot in that division and in the league. And that's an up and coming team. as long as they give Dan Campbell what he needs to get this team over the hump, Lions have a shot, to play anybody. And they showed it last year. I haven't seen that offense like that since Barry Sanders. Like
the
that.
thing of it is, Chef, I think that we're witnessing a culture change in Detroit. That's really what
Exactly.
it is.
And you got to. And now that
and
Aaron
it could be
Rodgers
better
is
for a city like Motown. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
that's, that
Right.
town needs some bringing up.
Fun fact. Did anybody know that at that time that history, and DD Dub did a history on this, and it was true. Did you know the Dolphins could have got Barry Sanders with Dan Marino on the squad?
Oh yeah, that's starting to become
That
lore,
was a
Dolphins lore
true,
now.
they was going to trade. They was going to do the trade and get Barry Sanders here with, bruh, that, and I seen Barry Sanders, the highlights, like this dude, it was not easy to tackle this guy. This dude, you try to tell him, he's doing juke moves and all this other stuff, and for him
Did you
to
ever
come
get
and
to
play
watch
with,
him live, Chef? Are you old enough to get to watch him live?
No, I ain't get to watch him live.
Oh, bro,
I
you don't
wish.
even realize, man.
Dude,
You
the
saw
way this man
highlights.
ran. The
Dang,
way
man.
this man ran, like I seen him. I went back and watched a game when we played against him when Dan Marino and them played against him, and this dude was not easy to tackle. He was the heart of that Lions team around that time. I wish he still was. He had the opportunity to get 100 touchdowns, because he was only one touchdown short from getting 100, and I was like, "Dang, why you left so early?" But I understood. And another true fact. Did y'all know we could have got Peyton Manning?
Yeah,
We
I
could have
know.
got Peyton Manning. But
You want another fact than that?
go ahead.
1995, the year the San Francisco won their first Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I read in a paper on the Miami Herald that Deion Sanders, in quotes, said, "I wanted to be a part of the Dolphins so bad that he had Nike made his cleats into Dolphin colors."
Oh man.
So somebody dropped the ball on that one.
Brutal.
Yeah, that was brutal. Deion said.
Well, we didn't make that same mistake twice, because I really feel like Ramsey is that guy, man. I really do.
This is the thing. I one thing about, I love my organization, but there's just some decisions at that time that I was so upset about with his organization. Like, did y'all want to win or y'all just wanted money? I didn't like the fact that Don Shula I feel like he was pushed out.
Dan Marino pushed out.
I feel like he was pushed out because.
Yeah, he was.
To me, it was wrong. He got pushed out. This man could have had more wins and everything at the time, but y'all wanted to go in a different direction. And Hazinga, you shouldn't have done that. You should have let this man finish coaching. This man would have kept coaching for years, and respect this Don Shula for what he has done for this organization. And I don't know where that book.
Hey, by the way, Chef Drew. By the way, I just want to tell Justin, man, I am going to his account tomorrow morning.
I'll be right back.
And there's two reasons. Color. There's two reasons, because you're on the East Coast. There's two reasons I like going to that store. Number one, obviously to see him, because he's a cool dude to talk to. But my number one reason for going there is they got a Pollo Tropical nearby. I love me some.
You guys don't have much of them up there?
Hell no. So
man, we got them like on every block down here, man. There's one one in walking distance from me.
I know, man. I'm hoping because I have one. I got one 45 minutes north of me and 45 minutes south of me. So actually an hour.
You guys have any La Brazas up there?
No.
Oh man, they're La Brazas, some fire food right there, man. I just had them last night. They're kind of like trying to compete with places like Pollo Tropical, but they're not quite as franchised. You know what I mean? They're getting there. Like they're starting to pop up everywhere.
And look what Justin, I don't know if you can read it, but Justin says, haha, I'm off tomorrow, man. Damn. Shake loves that pollo. Hell yeah, I love that Pollo Tropical. And what's funny is if somebody was to put a gun to my head and tell me what's the Pollo Tropical menu, I'm like, pull the trigger, because I only order one thing. A quarter chicken meal, white meat with chicken breast, double white rice, and that's it. and maybe some yuca bites, yuca
Right,
cheesy
right.
bites.
Yeah, apparently the yuca bites are real popular. I've never
Oh
had
man,
them.
I love the yuca cheesy bites. Oh my god.
Oh, they're like cheesy, huh? Yuca is not
Yeah,
sweet then?
no, it's dry. So it's kind
Okay.
of like a mozzarella sticks, but you know what I'm saying, but in a ball version.
All right. Maybe I'll give them a try. Dang.
Oh my god. But I get double, like I said, every day. Chicken, and what I do is I grab the chicken breast, right? And I smother the chicken breast on top of the white rice.
Oh yeah.
And I leave it there for like 5 minutes and let
Let the juices flow into the rice. Oh yeah.
oh my god. God damn. Damn it, why can't it be fucking 11 o'clock Friday? God damn. I'm hungry as fuck now.
Yeah, I usually whip up like even at home I'll do something like that. Cook up some chicken and just throw it right on top of the bed of rice. Let all the juices seep into the rice. I got this seasoning called kicking chicken, and it's like really good stuff.
Hey, what happened to the Hefe? I thought he was going live tonight.
What time is it? 9:30? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought so too. Like I said, I fell asleep. I haven't even looked at the schedule or nothing.
By the way, I got a copy of the schedule. I'm gonna give it to you while Chef Jew is
right on.
Who
Who did we got out of the gate?
It's a Chargers 4:00 game.
Oh,
at San Diego.
Oh, quasi prime time. What do we got to go all the way out there again for, man? God. At least the weather's better than here.
Yeah. All right,
Notice how I'm not even concerned about their stadium because they just got no fans. It's like, oh, at least the weather's good over there.
then week two, Sunday night at New England.
Oh, so at least we come back on a Sunday night. So at least we got
it's at New England. So we
right, but we got the jet lag covered because it's at Sunday night.
Yeah. Week 3, for the home opener at we're hosting the Broncos.
Okay, so we're going from New England to home for the Broncos.
Week 4, we're going to Buffalo.
All right, so we're running right back up the East Coast, back up to Buffalo. All right, not too bad.
Week 5, we're hosting the Giants at 1:00.
Okay.
If I don't say the time, that means 1:00. All right.
Okay.
Panthers.
Notice they put Buffalo early in the season, up in Buffalo, so they don't.
At least we're not opening up with the fucking Patriots.
Right, but notice I did predict in some way that they would help Buffalo with that heat issue, and it looks like they have.
Week 5, we're hosting the Panthers.
Okay.
Week 6.
Team that don't really care about the heat. It gets hot in Carolina too.
Week 6, we're Sunday night game, Eagles.
Okay.
Week 7.
That's it, Philadelphia?
Yeah. Week 7, we're hosting the Patriots.
Okay.
And of course, the November, the Chiefs.
Black Friday, right?
Yeah, and then that's after. Then we have the bye week, week 10.
Or no, not Black Friday. We go to Germany after the Patriots.
Yeah, after we host, then we go overseas, and then we get the bye week.
And then we do have the bye after going overseas. Good deal.
Yeah, and then we host the Raiders after that. Then we go week November 3:00.
Oh, and we're staying home for the next game. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Couldn't have it any better way.
Then we have the Black Friday game.
Okay.
And
then we do have to play early that week after being at home after coming back from Germany. Okay, that's all right. Not too bad.
Then we host the Commandos right after that.
Okay.
And then
and that's on an extra day off.
Yeah, and then a Monday night game. We hosted the Titans.
So that we get another extra day off that week, 2 in a row, and then we have a short week after Monday night. But oh well, okay.
And then we host the Jets after that. Then Christmas Eve we host the Cowboys.
Oh. Another
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
in Florida. All right, cool.
Christmas Eve, we host the we're going to the Ravens Christmas Eve, and then January 7th, we host the Jills.
Oh, you mean the Ravens or New Year's Eve? You're saying?
Yeah, Ravens are New Year's Eve, and then I can't go to neither of those. Dude, I wanted to go to the Ravens, and I wanted to go to the Cowboys, and the NFL said, "Fuck you." Hold on. All right, Chef Jew, there you go. Hold
I
on.
could do New Year's Eve in the Capitol. That'd be pretty cool.
All right, go ahead.
This is one of the photos as a season ticket holder I got of the Miami Miracle that they had gave out to the season ticket holders. This is one of the. I gotta get this framed because you gotta give Keon Drake his respect, and you can see Grunt right there on the floor. Right
Alabama.
there. Yep.
Alabama.
So
Hey, by the way, any other pictures you want to show off real quick? While I have you on
no, I was trying to find that book I showed you. My wife put that book somewhere. It's the 50 of the Fins at 50. That was the 50th anniversary book. I don't know where she put it. I had it down here, but I don't know where she put it. And I'm one of the rare ones that got that book of the history of the Miami Dolphins. I never opened it. I never seen it. Never looked in it. It's history. I got a piece of history of it, and I do want to read it, but I was like, nah, this is too special to even try to open because it's still wrapped up in plastic. Still got it the same way they gave it to me, and to have that opportunity, like, it's a blessing to have on the back of the cover. You got Don Shula when they won the Super Bowl. It's a blessing, man, to be a part of this organization and to be a season ticket holder. This is like I said, my 10th year being it, to have moments. Like, I have so many memories being at, and I've met people that had tickets for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50. They had it since 1972. Shout out to Vic K. I know Vic Coaster. I know, shout out to him.
he was the guest. He was the guest. And by the way, Color's going to be a guest on the show too soon. So
yeah, Color, I'm not missing the episode. You know, I'm definitely going to be here for that. You know, because I want to know how everybody became Dolphin fans like myself, and elevated their way of how they represent the team and stuff.
Right.
By the way,
real quick little sneak peek, Chef. I became a Dolphins fan on a miserable rainy day, bro. I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding.
And by the way, I'm gonna. You want me to give you a list, a shot? I'm gonna give you a list. By the way, I don't know if you ever seen the show, but I would encourage anybody to, watch all the replays of my of In the Blender. I'm gonna give you a list of the guests I've had so far. Let me see what the hell is it.
Oh, before you did that, I was giving
go ahead.
Michael K his flowers, because Michael K is he said it himself. He witnessed, I believe, at the age of 6, he witnessed the Dolphins winning that Super Bowl in '72.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But let me tell you who my guests have been. Okay.
Good.
I've had Pamela, my first guest. Pamela, Crypto, my man Ringo. Nobody has heard of, but there's a backstory of Ringo. Ringo is a guy who we were friends on Facebook since 2016, and the first time I've ever seen him face to face and I've heard his voice spoke was on this show. So that was a personal thing for me. He's gonna always be special to me. I love Ringo, bro. He's a good dude. Man. Ringo. We had TD Finstock. We had Larry L. We had Vic Koser. We had Great One DeVore. We had Alex Dono. We had Steven Daniels. We had Todd LaBruto. We had Canes Dolphins 89. And of course, my man Anthony Pialucci. And of course,
I'm glad to be a part of that list. That's a great all-star list right there, man.
Some great and see, the thing about it was, when I originally and shout out to El Capitan, because I pitched it to Vince. I pitched it to his show first, and then Larry K wanted to expand his channel, so I said, "Hey, do you mind if I bring the idea I pitched to you?" And El Cap was like, "You know what? I would love it on my show, but you know what I'm saying, I understand about growth. So El Capitan was gracious enough to let me bring it here, bro. And
Yeah.
Color could tell you, right? Could tell you, man. El Capitan is one of the fucking stand-up dudes you ever fucking meet in your entire life.
I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on him to come. I haven't met him yet. I met the founders of the Defense Tailgate, Color. I met Ali the Persian. I just have not met El Capitan yet. And
you know what's funny is, and El Capitan, Color, you're gonna be judged, but I've met him in person. As a matter of fact, when I won these two cards, it was Deion Sanders and a Javonte Williams rookie card. He gave it to me in person. I actually met El Capitan in person in Fort Myers. So.
Before he moved over to the East Side. Yep.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this might surprise some people. I have never shaken the man's hand. I have never met El Capitan in person.
I'm just hoping one year he comes down here. Will you, all three of you guys, we could take a group picture. You two, Shake, all of us come down here to a game. We all could take a picture because this is
a heartbeat, man. And we all have to sign it. Like everybody in the picture has to sign it.
Have to sign it because that's history.
El Capitan's going to be in the blender. Ali is going to be, of course, everybody in the Finn's Tailgate is going to be in the show. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep, it's all been timing. It's all been timing. Capitan went through a kind of a life change last season, so he couldn't get to any games. You know what I mean? And all that.
Yeah, man.
It's only a matter of time before we're all hooking up.
Yeah. Man. But I appreciate him for allowing me to run his channel, bro. And I tell you what, I jumped on it like a pit bull on a steak, bro.
There you go. You wasn't gonna let go.
Fuck that.
Because it's growing into something, Shake. It's growing into something special. Just like I told Stephen D. I told him, like, dude, speak it. You got to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Speak it, believe it.
So I appreciate
those three things. And
El Capitan allowing me to do this in this channel. But I got no but love for El Capitan.
You got to.
And you're spot on, Chef, because I look around the YouTube streets, like non-Dolphin stuff, like anything, and you see some of this stuff where these people got like tens of thousands or even millions of followers sometimes, and it's like, what is, you know what I mean? Like what sparks it, man? It could be the worst presentation on YouTube and people will love it. You know what I mean? I don't know it's just, you never know what sparks it, bro.
Exactly. It's just being positive and believing what you want it to be. Oh, let me read that. What that was, Shay?
No.
Y'all need to call it a night and watch the fourth quarter of the Boston Philly game.
That's my dog.
The Heat ain't playing tonight, so
exactly.
I can't. I got too much energy right now.
By the way, we got 2 more segments to go to, and then we'll call it a night. All right,
let's go.
Well, actually, we got 3 segments.
Okay.
We got the numbers game, we have the positions game, and then of course we have the ultimate team, where you build the team, your ultimate team. All right.
Let's go.
So numbers game, Color. Since I'll let you shout out the 5 numbers. That just think of 5 numbers, and Chef Drew, you got to think of a player. What's the first player that comes? Dolphins player, mind you, that comes to mind. Go ahead, Color.
Okay.
All right, we'll start with. How about number 33?
Who had that number 33? Dang. I know you talk. Oh, I had it on top of my head too.
Well, I know. I know someone.
Did we give it a P? Didn't we have a player with the?
I'll give you a hint. His number. He had the same number as a basketball legend.
Alonzo Mourning?
No. What basketball legend was 90? He was drafted Jimmy Johnson's first year. A running back.
Oh, dang.
He played for the. He was a center for the Lakers.
What's his name? Oh, I know you're talking about.
Oh, I just figured it out, Jake.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I'm trying to. Dang, I got it. I'm trying to find his first name.
American
Jabbar.
icon basketball player.
And by the way,
like
by the
Kareem
way,
Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was Mourinho's first.
Jabbar. I know we had a player by Jabbar. Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Was
Yep.
33.
My thought was Sammy Smith. I believe he wore number 33.
There we go. Thank you. That's what I was. There we go. Thanks, Color.
So now we'll go. Let's see. How about 90? No, not. I was gonna. That one's too easy. 98 instead of 99. We'll go 98.
Gerard, what's his name? Didn't he wear this number? Audric, Jared Audric.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
I think he won 98.
Yeah, Jared Audric and Ross. Wore it too.
Yeah.
Right. What about Bowens? Didn't Tim Bowens wear that too?
I think he did too. Yeah.
No, Tim Bowens wore 97.
97. Okay.
Yeah, he wore. Yeah, he didn't wear that number. He wore a different number.
How about 22? The number you got on your chest.
Oh, jeez. No, he had hit Rondo Hill. He had number 20. Just like what's his name? Jones, Rashad Jones. 22. Who had that number?
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, I've got 22 thermometers and they all contain the same chemical.
You gotta help me out with this one. 22. Cause I rarely see anybody with that number. No, for real, I rarely see anybody with number 22.
Well, it was probably because you were still swimming around in your daddy. But
there you go. There you go. Because I rarely see anybody with 22. To be honest with you, I know who 23 is. You give me that number. I already know who that is. So.
Who are we going with 23?
Patrick Surtain.
All right. If was it Morris?
I know what number Sam Madison wore. I know what he wore. So
was it Morris that wore 22?
Which one?
Oh, wow.
Mercury Morris.
Yep. Yeah, I was still swimming in daddies. You know what?
Yeah. So was I, Sam. So was I.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, we got what?
So what's that? 4? We got one more.
Yeah.
One more. So 2 more.
All right.
Two more.
I'll pick a number I wore in high school. One of the numbers I wore in high school. 88.
Okay.
I don't think we had too many.
I would say Giuseppe. I'm trying to go deeper than that. I would say Giuseppe wore that. Who wore 88? Wasn't it? No, not Chris Chambers. Chris Chambers didn't wear number 88.
I can't even think of it. Giuseppe might be the only one, man.
Yeah, Mike Giuseppe probably the only one that I know wore 88.
Jackson wore 88.
What was his Troy? Was it Troy?
Another one who. Yeah, Keith. No, Jackson. Something Jackson.
Keith
he was
Jackson.
Keith Jackson. Yeah.
Another one. We were swimming in daddy's. You know what I'm saying? All right, Miami.
Jim Mandich. Yeah.
Jim Mad Dog Mandich. Yes.
I should have said 49. I think that was Tony Page's number.
All right, and the last one, I would say 51. Who are number 50? What did you think? What's the first number you think?
I'll let Chef
what's his name? I knew. I just saw his picture too.
Did you see the little birdies in the picture too?
Oliver. What was his name? What was his name? He went to when we didn't give him a contract extension. He went to the Giants. I remember him. He was a defensive end. But if you're going 51, I could think of Mike Pouncey.
No, actually, he was 50. He wasn't 51. You talking about
Olivier
Vernon?
Olivier Vernon? Okay, so Mike Pouncey had to wear 51, right?
Mike Pouncey, yep. Former Gator, baby.
Yep. And I knew somebody wore 51.
Didn't Mr. Bird, Buffalo Bird Hunter, also
Brian
wear
Cox.
51? Yeah.
Brian Cox, 51.
Brian Cox. Oh, man, dude. That dude. Dog. Oh, yeah, Shake did post that picture. I was like, and then I remember, what's his name?
What's up, Q?
What's up, Q? OG Q. What's up, man? What's his name? Solo D had that T-shirt when he did Cooking Buffalo, and you had Brian Cox come out with the middle finger and the down shoulder right behind him. Oh my God!
The way, Q, Q, while you're here, I want to talk to Q real quick. Q, while you're here, this Sunday on this channel or possibly the Phin-Addict channel. I don't know which channel yet. I am going to be talking to your man Wooback. I want to do a Samoan episode. So if you want to, I'll drop you the link on the channel just for you to jump on. So if you want to be a part of it this weekend, bro, I am going to be doing a segment with Wooback, Samoan football players in the NFL. Let me know if you're down to be a part of that, bro.
Hey, that'd be cool, man. Wooback's been Wooback's been a little busy. He ain't been around the streets in a while, man. I've been wondering.
By the way, he has a channel. It's called KOS. Cause I Can. KOS.
Cause I Can. Yeah. KOS.
Yeah, dude. I'll never forget. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right,
I'll never forget. He did the last episode. He did. I want some fucking pancakes. I want them bad.
I hope he come down here. I hope both Q come down here. I hope Q. Yeah, that's it. That's the name of the show. Q. I want to see you guys, man. Y'all come on out. Just one game. You don't have to. Just come on out. Y'all, the invitation to East 32 is on me. Y'all come on out. In East 12, come on out and party with me, man.
And what's funny is the people don't realize the sound. A lot of Tua fans aren't these Tuaneers are not Alabama fans. A lot of them are Samoan coaches. I'll never forget when Tua did a publicity tour before he got drafted, and one thing he says, "Be prepared to have a huge Polynesian following." So that's
okay. Them I respect them Tuaneers. They're completely different, man. That's a completely different reason behind their Tuaneering. You know what I mean? And I mad respect that. You know what I mean? And welcome to the fan base.
Yeah, man.
Y'all Alabamans gotta like graduate to the NFL or something. I don't know. Y'all been watching college football too long.
But I tell you what, man, I watched Rikishi's Yokozuna's biography. And man, because of his Samoan culture, man, the things he used to do, he didn't care. Rikishi, he said he was struggling at the time. The dude gave him a blank check, said, "Here, whatever you need to do to fix your family situation, here you go, bro." I'm like, God damn, bro. I mean, they were, family was first with them.
Exactly.
They were I mean, we could learn a thing or two from the Samoan culture, man.
Yeah, I mean, it partly is the reason they it's the reason they're a resilient people and have been able to evolve on them islands and all that, bro. You gotta stick together, man. There's only so many resources and all that, and it's just
Yeah, man. Q is one of the best dudes that even though he's a Steelers fan, I can't say nothing because my best friend, God rest his soul, was a Steelers fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he's one of the good things that Tua brought to this community was my man Q. And of course Wooback. Wooback was another one who came and stayed because he's seen how tight-knit this Dolphin culture was and is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do, man. Trying to bring it back together, bro.
Gotcha, man.
Wooback is a really good, genuine man. The guy has a real ability to, be gracious and change his mind and understand, what's in front of him. I like Wooback a lot, man.
Exactly.
We kind of got off a little rocky, but it worked out.
Yeah, it did. So, all right, here's the second before you open Ultimate Team. 5 positions. You tell me the first player that comes to your mind, right?
Okay.
Punter.
What's his name? Matt Hawk.
Fullback.
Lou.
Saka Polite.
There you go. I got another one.
And by the way, Anthony Pialucci, the guy who gave the few super chats, he said he was at the game with his son, and before the game started, he saw Lusaka Polite. Somebody said his name. He said, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, I'm gonna go get my camera." And then security stopped him. from going to Lusaka Polite. And then Lusaka Polite threw his hands up like, hey, what are you doing? I thought we were going to take a picture. He said, the security lady won't let me. And so he told Lusaka Polite, say, hey, do me a favor. Get out this man's way. And he told security to get out of his way so they could take the picture together, bro. And I tell you what, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, man. Rob Conrad,
too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember him.
Left tackle.
Left tackle.
Or any tackle for that.
What's his name? I just had it. Larry. No, my boy who needs to be in the Hall of Fame by now, Richmond Webb.
All right, and last but not least, outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker, I would say, since I'm a defensive guy, I do like what's his name? He had a short time with the Dolphins, but I still loved him. Junior Seau.
That's what's up. Number 55.
Yeah.
All right, let's build this ultimate team, man. All right, so I'm putting you down for Pat White as your starting quarterback.
Oh gosh.
All right, who's your starting quarterback?
Starting quarterback, you automatically know Dan Marino.
Dan the man.
Yep.
By the way, Stephen D is the only guy who picked Tua as his starting quarterback. So,
wow, I'm old school, so I got man.
Number 77.
Yep.
All right,
man, he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, man. By now,
who's your running back?
Ricky Williams. That's my dude.
Ricky. Full. What kind of formation you running, by the way? Offensive formation. What kind of? Yeah.
I'm old school. We going pro form.
So to fullback,
running back. Yeah, I'm that kind of
Okay,
person.
Who's your fullback?
Fullback, I will go with Larry Zonka.
Okay.
He was not easy to bring down. I've watched film on that guy. He was not easy to bring down.
All right, who's your tight end?
My tight end, Randy B. Michael.
Yeah, he's pretty popular, man. The Bullfrog.
That's a close one for me. I might go with Farrell Edmonds myself, only because I'm an old guy, and he's the first tight end I ever saw live at a game.
Yeah, man.
Every time Color refers to himself as an old guy, I kind of dilate him aside because I'm only a year younger than him.
Well, it's old in the fandom paradigm, but as far as life goes, isn't 40 the new 20?
Yeah, exactly. But go ahead. Right. Who are your two wide receivers?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna do a mixture. I'm gonna take. Oh, I already got that already. I'm gonna say Chris Chambers and Tyreek Hill. If you're going slot receiver, I'm going to take my boy Jaden Waddle. I love you, but I gotta go with my boy Best.
You only got two. Best. You only get two.
Oh no, I'm just saying if you did add it in the slot, I'm just saying.
Okay, so Tyreek Hill, Chris Chambers, T. Hill,
and Tyreek.
And no offense, Clayton, but I'm going Duper and Tony Martin.
Hey, no, I didn't get to see them really as much as I wish.
You know what's funny is. You know what's funny? In my opinion, I know a lot of Dolphins fans killed me. I never thought that Chris Chambers was a number one receiver. I think he was a bona fide number two. He was. I think if he would have got a Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, a Tyreek Hill, I think he would have been the perfect complementary wide receiver. In my opinion, he would have been the
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? Also, Shake, there could be something to be said for elite talent, but not an elite wide receiver overall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I love my brothers. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my brothers just because I haven't seen them like in person and things like that. And I just sit back and watch what's going on now is because I already told you, Shake, which game It's my favorite game, so I'll tell y'all that later.
Okay. All right. Offensive tackles.
Offensive tackles, I will go with Richmond Webb,
Mm-hmm.
and I will go with. Wasn't Larry Little? Was he a guard or was he a left tackle? I mean, a tackle.
Larry Little, he was a guard, right? Yeah, he
He
was
was
a
a
guard.
guard. He's gonna be one of my guards. Tackle, I would say
All right, center. We'll do center.
we'll do center. Center, I'm going with Mike Pouncey.
That's what I'm talking about. Gator,
That's a
baby.
good one.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
either going Pouncey, Dellenbach, or maybe Dwight Stevenson.
Oh yeah, Dwight. Remember him?
Guard.
Another guard. Who was? I gotta give him his props. It's a lot of guards, but what he did for this organization can't go wrong. And even though he switched back, even though he's a left tackle right now, but you gotta give this man his flowers. Tunsil. Gotta
Tunsil.
give him his flowers.
So who's gonna be the other tackle?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure. Oh, what is his name?
Maybe Jake Long. Was Jake Long a tackle?
Mm-hmm.
I like the Jay Long, but he ain't stay healthy. He ain't stay healthy.
Right.
You know, I need
but
help me out, color.
there's no injuries on this ultimate team. So
okay. I would say I would go with Jake Long. He done well. He did do well when he was playing with us.
okay.
I would say Jake Long.
All right, now let's go for your defense.
There
what kind of formation you running?
Traditional 4-3.
All right, ends.
My ends. What's the name? Jason Taylor and Cameron Wade.
God, how could anybody stop that? Wow.
Now, if you're going DTs, let's go with. I love these guys. I'm going 90s. Tim Bowens and what's the other guy? I just talked about him too. Randy Starks.
Forgot about old Randy Starks. That's right.
From he's Iron Man from the Starks industry.
Dang, if man, I haven't heard from him ever since. Sheesh.
Right.
Him and Tim Bowens.
Left tackle, linebackers, outside linebackers.
Okay.
Outside.
Junior Seau and what's another linebacker who I did like? Middle linebacker automatically put Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas outside?
No, Zach Thomas wasn't he middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my middle linebacker. Hey, Cutler, help me out with it because it's I'm trying to think of some linebackers, outside linebackers.
The outside's kind of tough because when I was, growing up, it was, your Mike was your guy. You know what I mean? But
Kiko Alonso was a good back.
Alonso, yeah. You also, you can look at new linebackers like Jalen Phillips. I mean, he hasn't proven much, but
give me Jalen.
Yet, but
give me Jalen. I was trying to go old school. Give me Jalen.
Right.
Because the way he's playing right now,
Kiko was a better middle linebacker. All
yeah.
Right, who are your cornerbacks?
Ooh. Definitely got to go with Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain. I love you, X, but I got to go. Those dudes there mean so much to me.
I don't remember if he was a safety or a corner, but I've got to go. Troy Vincent has to be in my secondary.
I believe Troy Vincent. I think he did play corner.
Yeah, he was a cornerback.
He played. I think he played corner.
Man had like 4 interceptions in one game, man, in a playoff
game. Who are you? Strong safety and free safety.
Strong safety.
Lulu.
I'm gonna put Javon Holland, and who's that other guy? I loved him so much.
Lulu. 25.
Who?
25, Lulu.
There you go.
Who's Oliver?
Yeah, I mean, back when there was a pure strong safety, which we don't really see in the league much anymore, but yeah, that man, like boy, he could literally knock a guy's head off, man.
I like Javon Holland, man. That dude there, like,
Let me
I hope he retires a Dolphin. I want him to retire as a Dolphin because I love that guy. I don't think he ever missed a game because every time I went to the games, he was always there. I don't think he ever missed a game. And when he plays, he has that Sean Taylor meets Rashad Jones kind of a type. He will hit you and don't care. And will find a way to get the ball out of your hands. I love him, man.
What about Rashad Jones? Wasn't he outside linebacker?
No,
Rashad Jones was a safety.
He was safety. Okay.
Yeah.
He just acted more like a strong. Okay.
Strong, right.
Well, let me give you a quick recap. Your quarterback is Dan Marino, Ricky Williams, fullback is Larry Zonka, tight end Randy McMichael. Your wide receivers are Chris Chambers and Tyreek Hill. Offensive tackle is Webb, Larry Little, Mike Pouncey, Laramie Tunsil with Jake Long on the outside. Your defensive ends are Jason Taylor and Cameron Wake, Tim Bowens and Randy Starks. Outside is Junior Sales and Jalen Phillips with Zach in the middle.
Thomas in the middle.
Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain, Louis Oliver and Patrick and Javon Holland. And one thing I'll never forget. I remember CBS when I first started watching CBS. It was Dan Marino, Boomer Esiason, Shannon Sharp, and Prime Time.
Yep.
They called they were doing the Sunday night games, you know what I'm saying? The Sunday afternoon games, whatever, right? And Deion Sanders, every time he talked about the Dolphins at the time, he goes, I like the Dolphins with the best cornerback tandem in the game, Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain. He always put that out there, bro.
Yeah.
By the way, what are your what are you saying? What are your top favorite five games? You said you wanted to talk about your favorite 5 games?
Oh, I thought we already did that.
No, you said the moments. You said you want to talk about your favorite 5 games.
My 5 games. I'm sorry. I'm gonna repeat all those over again. Those games, the same games. You know, those was my best games growing up. But it's one particular game. That would shout out all of them. It's just that Thanksgiving Christmas game in 2003. That to me.
The Leon Lett game.
No. 2003. Okay. This one we had Chris Chambers. We had Ricky Williams. We had all those guys you've seen on defense. We had I forgot who the other receiver was. We had Ricky Williams. Jay Fiedler was on that team. You talking about defense? Like all those guys are named. Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Sammy Knight, Brock Marion, Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison. I believe Randy Starr. I think he was still there on that squad. Marlon Greenwood. You had that Wally Agunlier, like that.
Wally Agunlier. That's right.
That defense was so dumb. Sometimes I go back and watch it. It's just how.
Wasn't Griggs on that defense too? David Griggs?
I believe so.
Hey, but the Manning cast. You heard that, right? The Manning cast.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Brady was on one of those Manning casts, and Tom Brady said the hardest defense that he has ever faced was a 2002 Dolphins defense.
Yes, it was. You couldn't get it was tough. Defense. The toughest, it was. What could you do around them? You'll get some few yards and stuff, but no, we lit his behind up.
Yep. And that was the defense that was neck and neck, 1 and 2 with that Baltimore defense, man.
Yes, it was. That Baltimore.
We didn't have the results on the season over season like they did, but man, we were still number 1 and number 2, changing in and out with them every year during that period.
And by the way, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, that's what I was saying, Color. Look, think about it. 20 years from now to 2000. Look how where we at right now with this different, almost similar, different defenses, but same. It just feels the same to me.
Kind of like the same preponderance of talent, like
Exactly, and
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 a decent defensive coordinator. Who was
oh
our
my
guy
god.
during that Zach Thomas era? Who was our defensive coordinator?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, he was a head coach. Dave Wannstedt was a head coach. I forgot who was the
Then it
defensive
would have been
coordinator.
Tom, not Todd Bowles, was it?
Was it Todd Bowles?
I don't know if he was already there yet. Or
Man,
it might be too
we
early
had
for Todd Bowles.
that defense.
Mhm.
Man, that defense was solid. But I think it was Todd because Todd was around with us for a long time.
Right. And then he kind of slid into the interim coach spot when we fired Cam Cameron.
Yeah. Yep. Man, that was just I told Shake, yeah, like, dude, for 23 years from now, I had thought about it too when we was talking. I was like, man, we talking about 20 years from now, we got that defense we had from that year to what we got right now. And then you got Ramsey on this side being on Patrick Surtain. You got X being on Sam Madison. Yeah, Sam Madison. You got, oh my gosh.
And I honestly believe I know people don't necessarily aren't on board because everybody thinks, oh, he's already played somewhere for a couple years, so he's washed. But I really believe Jalen Ramsey is like prime time. I think he could be the best cornerback we've ever had on our team.
No,
As far as like talent wise, like when you're talking about what separated guys like Deion Sanders from a Terrell Buckley, let's say.
right. There you
You know
go.
what I mean? When Deion left, I think his first team was Atlanta, and then he went out to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Had a great middle career, and then when he went to Dallas, everybody was like, "There's no way he's done." You know what I mean? Blah blah blah, and he's still balled out in Dallas, still
Exactly.
prime time. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I really feel that way about Jalen Ramsey. I think that the guy he's just a star at that position, man. He's the new prime time in my opinion.
He's gonna be fine. I'm like, everybody's just saying this and this, but he has a style. I remember when he was at Florida. Yeah, was it Florida?
Florida State,
No.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Florida
Ain't no
State,
Florida
coincidence
State
that
he was there, and he
ain't
was
no
like,
coincidence there either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They pump out some good secondary.
Yes, they did, and he was a baller. Like he did everything he needed to do, and he's going to pick up back where he left off. He wanted to come to Miami, and for to hear people want to come, I knew this was going to happen when they see what Miami is about to go do. A lot of players wanted to come here. I still, to this day, feel like they need to bring DJ Fluker in here. After I seen that guy's pro day, he lost a lot of weight. I seen a picture of where he was when he was in Seattle, and he's now. I'm still banging the table like, bro, go get this guy. He's a veteran. Bring him in for camp. I don't care if you just bring him in camp. See what this guy does. His footwork is good.
With all the other kind of, I don't want to be like this way, but with all the other like non sequitur players we bring into camp, why not, right?
That's what I'm saying. This dude, to me, I'm looking at his footwork and his work ethic from what he was and looks now. He's in the best shape from the time we did have him, and he looks good. And I feel like he can outplay. I'm sorry, but I feel like he can outplay Jackson and Eichenberg. Even though Greer wants to, he's settled on these two. I just feel like if we're gonna be all in, bring a veteran player in the fold. In case these two go down, you got somebody right there ready to go. Even Brandon, what's his name? Brandon Shell. Shell. He played good when we had him too. So it's like bring in guys that's gonna give us what we need to keep Tua upright. Because when Tua's on the field, we win. And like I said earlier, long as Tua make the smart decisions, the right decisions with the football, not doing too much, throw the ball away instead of taking the hit. I'll be like some of these veterans quarterbacks that know, I'm gonna get a flag on this if I let him hit me. All right, I'm gonna throw the ball late and let them hit me, and I'm gonna throw the ball late. I'm gonna let them hit me, and I'm gonna get a flag. Like, you gotta know these quarterbacks. how these veteran quarterbacks know how to keep themselves in the field. And what we have to do also, keep running the ball. That is going to help us as well to keep the opposite offenses of the other team off the field. That's going to really help us as well too in the long run. So if they could stick to these fundamentals, we'll be just fine. I like the fact that we got Fangio. I wanted him here last year. Greer messed that up, but now he understands. Now he should have listened to coach and went and got him. Now we got Vic Fangio. He's coach of the defense. Mike, all he got to do is worry about the offense. We got two head coaches on one team, which is beautiful. And it's just right now, this is the squad that's going to get us to where we need to get at. And now we're ready. We're going to be ready for whatever the offense takes. I'm not worried about the schedule. I feel like everybody has a tough schedule. Any given Sunday, anybody could be whoever. And I feel like with the squad we got now and the young talent mixed with some veterans, this team is going to be unstoppable and unbeatable because I like the fact that we got speed on the offense. We still got weapons. We got a good running back from the draft. We got a good corner. If anybody goes down, Cam is right there. I don't see Igor Benogany making the squad. I don't see it because there's too many talent on this defense for him to even try to make it. And then with that happening, it's gonna make him be like a bust, just like what's that dude we drafted one year, and he turned out terrible as a defensive end.
Well, it's like G always says, with Noah, it's
what's
gonna like G always says, pressure creates diamonds, but it also creates diarrhea.
Yep. What was his name? Yeah, because
Charles Harris.
Not Charles. After that.
Yeah, you talking about
we tried from Oregon.
Oregon, you talking about I don't know you're talking about who's from Oregon.
He was
Deion Jordan.
Yeah, that was we don't need that. We gosh. Jeez. I wish they never did that. But hey, it's the NFL, so
but the reason I say Charles Harris is because they're both were late first round draft picks.
Yeah. They were. So. It didn't turn out well for either or. I mean, but we came a long way. I'm gonna say this because I gotta get ready to go get the wife.
Yeah, no, I'm about to leave
anyway. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts.
Yeah, before you do, let Color give his final thoughts, and then because I just want to say this real quick. El Capitan is about to go live soon, so I'm about to.
I'm gonna go over that next.
So, well, I was gonna, for my final thought, I was gonna add on something about Mike McDaniel. I think that the guy is a highly intelligent dude. I mean, you can, and intelligence when you see it. It just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about overall intelligence. The guy is a brilliant person. And I don't, I like to look at the season. I don't think the excuses should play because, everybody served themselves up their plate and we shouldn't have any sympathy for that. But when you talk about the reality of the situation is he put himself out there. He threw some stuff out on the field, and now he's got a lot to evaluate and see and adjust. And I think that another year in camp, another year with his guys, another year in the books, another year looking at all the film from the season, I don't see any reason why this brilliant, intelligent guy can't adjust and fix issues and get better as a head coach and a play caller. So I'm encouraged there. But I wanted to actually leave on the topic tonight, which is the ambassador at large, Chef Ju, for the whole entire Dolphins community. That's the way I see him, not just TFTG. He is the ambassador for this entire Dolphins community. People can be number one fans. People can have all the titles they want, but Chef Ju is definitely the ambassador. And, I really enjoyed getting a chance to chop it up with him for a second. Him and I rarely get to face each other just because of timing and all that. You know what I mean? But, by
the way, Color, that's why normally I would never do this. But because of what you just highlighted, I figured I'm not only am I look, put it this way, as far as the Phin-Addict Fury fam, I am you of this channel. I'm the right-hand man.
Right,
I am Larry K's right-hand man. But at the same time, I love the Finn's Tailgate family. So I would be remiss if I didn't extend this opportunity to you to talk to
I
Chef Jew.
appreciate that because guys like Chef Jew keep guys like me grounded. You know what I mean? I get a little off the rails, and sometimes I think about guys like Chef Jew, and I think, maybe I should be a little more fair. Maybe I should be a little more understanding. You know what I mean? Maybe I should be a little more positive. And by the way, if you ever get to go to the tailgate East 32, there's no larger than life presence than Chef Jew standing there behind Stephen D. So I encourage everybody to get out there and shake this man's hand because he deserves every bit of skin from everybody, man.
That's what's
Appreciate
up. All right,
you,
Color.
Chef Jew.
Good night, brother.
Yep.
All right, Color. Love you guys.
All right, man. By the way, like I said, man, I told you before, you are the ambassador for the Phin-Addict Fury. Hope you like to and subscribe to this channel. I got, like I said, June. Once July hits, is the last month of the In the Blender until after the Super Bowl. So I appreciate you for coming on. Final thoughts, my brother. And once again, this, like I said, just like I told you about with Ringo, I think I normally only do 1 hour. We went 3 hours, bro, because you know what I'm saying. I this is how much I admire your friendship and what you bring to this community, bro. But what are your final thoughts, my brother?
My final thoughts is, just be positive. Be like Stephen D said, SKPL, spread positivity, spread kindness, positivity, and love. But I put a B at the end, spread kindness, positivity, love, and bless someone. Be blessed, bless someone. You'll never know what a person's going through. Reach out to them, talk to them. Just say, hey, I just thought about you, just want to check up on you, see how you doing. Even if you had a disagreement on something, life is too short to hold on to that grudge. Move on from it. Be positive. Rise above it. Don't cause that to mess your blessings up. When people don't realize you mess your blessings up when you hold on to grudges and not move forward and move past the hurt and everything. Forgive. No matter who it is, you got to forgive yourself first.
Yeah.
And forgive the person.
And by the way,
go ahead.
I want you to see this. Here's the thing. How can I move forward when I'm doing this?
Exactly.
I'm gonna run into shit. So you can never move forward when you're constantly looking behind.
Can't dwell on the past. You gotta let the past be the past and let it stay there. You keep holding on to it, you can't move forward. It's like the chain with the ball, you're dragging it with you. You can't move with that holding you back. You gotta get the key, unlock it, move it off, and then you can move faster as you want. But some people are still stuck in the mindset of, oh, they hurt me bad. You gotta get past it.
Yeah.
And I know it hurts deep. Oh, go ahead.
No, by the way, when you forgive, you're not forgiving for them, you're forgiving for yourself. Bro.
Yourself, exactly. You gotta get that. And people are falling, not seeing that in that light. And when you see that light, things start happening differently around you. Start giving people just even if it's a person you don't like or whatever, spread kindness. Still help a person, no matter what. They did something 20 years ago that you didn't like, but love always conquers whatever. No matter what they did, you gotta move on and figure. Because I had to go through that too. It's stuff I went through in my life. And I never shared this with anybody on here because I wanted to be on the panels and talk about it. Like I didn't want to be here on earth no more. I went through personal situations myself where I wanted to commit suicide because of things I went through in my life that I felt nobody loved me. But at the end of the day, I had to realize, you got family, how much it will impact others, how much it will hurt people. You got to talk about how you feel. Because I told my auntie, and when I told her about the story, she felt bad, and she always prays for me because she thinks, at that time, nobody was listening to me, nobody heard me. But it took God for me to realize that you are important on this earth, whether anybody don't believe it or not. You just know that I love you. Just love from God alone will push you through all obstacles. you know, and it will give you the strength to keep going forward, because every person is important. No, never let nobody tell you you're not important. Everybody is important in God's eyes. Everybody is important to their family. And I will understood that it will cause pain and grief to anybody, and you don't want that, because it's not going to do nothing. It's just going to bring misery after misery after misery, and misery loves company, and you don't want that. It's not needed. If you need to reach out to me. I'll tell you how to get through it. I'll show you what the steps you need to do. But you got to forgive you. The first step is to forgive yourself first. That's the first step. And start being positive. Treat people with kindness. Even if a person did you wrong, you still have to show kindness and love. But I just wanted to share that, because I just wanted me being positive. I just wanted to share that. But this season, I'm looking forward to great wins. I'm looking for excitement. I'm looking for us to get to a Super Bowl. I'm going to hold on to that, because I feel like we have the squad to get there. As long as McDaniel is doing his thing on offense, Fangio doing his thing on defense, we are just fine. And as long as Tua stay healthy, offensive line keeps things going, we'll be fine. And I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you out there. I'm really glad. I'm getting ready to shoot over to the other channel, Fence Tailgate.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all join me over there. I will be over there. I'm gonna try to get on the panel if I can, if there is one tonight. But shout out to you, Shake. Thank you for having me on here, man. I appreciate it. I'm grateful to be a part of
Much
this.
love, brother.
A
Thank
part
you.
of season 1, and I know we've been on for 3 hours. That means a whole lot to give positivity, kindness, and everything. Shout out to all the content creators. I represent this channel. Everybody that's a Dolphin content creator, I represent you to the fullest. I'm glad to be a representative, ambassador of this fan base. And I just want to let you guys know I love you. Keep it up. I hope to see you guys out there. Fins up all day, every day.
All right, my brother. Be safe, man. Love you, man.
All right, boss. Fins up.
Be safe. And that was Chef Jew, bro. Very powerful, man. And hey, I'm not gonna take up too much time with my closing thoughts. Just y'all have a good night and listen to what he said, man. Be safe.